Okay, let's get started with the show. Which one? Oh, yeah. We're going to do a 1-minute countdown and then we're going to get started. There you go. There we go. Yes. Thank you, Moon Princess Serenity, for the raid. Wonderful. Let me give you a little shout out here. Okay. You're heckin' excited. We're excited too. Okay. We're gonna. Oh, thank you, Fawn, for. I'm glad you appreciate my little emotes here. Okay. Hmm? Thank you for the sub there. Hello. Welcome everybody. Welcome to another special tabletop role-playing game. Ooh, I'm not in focus. Let's see if we can get me in focus. There we go. Welcome to another special tabletop role-playing game here on my Twitch stream. This is our second one ever, and it's going to be very different from our first one. Our first one took place in 8-bit city, and we are all retro video game characters. Tonight, we are all members of a bridal party in Atlantic City, taking care of our bride, but stuff's gonna happen. So important things to know about the stream here tonight. Any tips, I'm gonna put it there in the chat, any tips that are collected are going to be split equally amongst the players and the GM. So if you are enjoying the show right here, feel free to tip your entertainment, if you will. And I'll be here in the chat trying to respond, but if we're slow with the responses, it's just because we're playing a tabletop game. So that's the way that works. And I think that's all. Oh, we're going to be playing Monster of the Week. So what that means is that all of the players here have already pre-chosen their characters and what their roles are, and we'll be going there. This is a game system that works on 2d6 to determine the outcomes. So everybody's just going to be rolling 2d6 dice, 2 6-sided dice to determine things. And it's more about role-playing than it is about dice mechanics and math and stuff like that. So I think that's a great time to move it on over to the stream. So let's get over there. Okay, I'm going to turn on... Now everybody can hear you!
Hello.
Hi.
So let's just quick. Oh, thank you, Moon Princess Serenity, for the tips.
Moon Princess Serenity 92 donated $10.
We already got $10 from Moon Princess Serenity. Thank you. Okay, so we're gonna go around whatever this overlay here, and we're gonna all introduce ourselves. So let's go to my left. Anjl, would you like to introduce yourself and your character?
Hi, I am Anjl. My pronouns are they, them. I am in New Orleans, and I will be playing Megan, the drunk friend.
Okay, and now we'll continue counterclockwise, and we'll go down to Fawn. Fawn, introduce yourself.
Hello, hi. My name is Fawn. You can find me at FaunAndGames most places on the internet. My pronouns are they, them, and tonight I am playing Tiff, whose pronouns are also they, them. And they are kind of the thembo friend. They, they want to help. They they've heard about this. They've read an article in Oprah magazine this one time. Definitely know the answer to this one. Got it. I'm pretty sure. Got this one.
Wonderful. Next we'll go continuing counterclockwise with Xena.
I'm Xena Zeitgeist. They, them is my pronouns. I'm playing Judy. She, they. I grew up with the bride. I was the bride's childhood friend. Our moms were best friends, but kind of weird. We have differing interests, but we're still close.
Wonderful. I'm Anya Keister. Hello, this is my Twitch stream. I'm playing Beth, who is the type A, anal retentive, over organized college friend. I was roommates. The bride's name is Amanda. We just decided that. we made up all of our characters and all the backstory. They were like, oh, I guess we should choose a name for her. I'm gonna say she's getting married to Ted. Ted feels like a very good generic normal name. So Amanda's getting married to Ted tomorrow in this game. And I was her college friend. She helped me through a lot of stuff there, and I stay in contact with her. I work at a law firm, and I have no friends and no romantic partners. And I basically have invested all of my life into Amanda and making her happy. And I'm the maid of honor, so I've planned a very busy schedule for this bachelorette party. And that's me. So Jordan, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Jordan. You can find me at Made of Cartoons anywhere, mostly just on Twitter. But yeah, I make RPGs in my day job, and then I play RPGs in my night job. And I've never run this game before, and I'm very excited to see how that goes. But I have something fun in mind, and I'm hoping everyone has a good time. And thanks for having me, Anya.
Yay! Okay. So you can go ahead and set the scene.
Yeah, so our story takes place in modern day Atlantic City as a very well organized bachelorette sort of weekend before the wedding is already underway. Everything I know about Atlantic City I learned from Monopoly and the TV show Boardwalk Empire. And you're going to see the influences of at least one of those this evening. So what I do know is it's kind of like shitty Vegas on the sea, and so that's what that's sort of the vibe I'm going to go for. Because I actually have been to Vegas, so I can sort of make it up as I go. So this is the Bachelorette for Amanda, who's getting married to the kind but boring Ted. And you all arrived yesterday, and today has sort of been the real Bachelorette part.
Happy
You all started with
RPG
breakfast at the
Wednesday,
Hard Rock.
everyone.
Some spa time where I was told you're getting the mob boss's wife salon special. So I don't know if you've all got really big hair now or what's going on, but you look like you stepped off the set of the Sopranos, I guess. And as the day has been going on, you have started realizing that there is a theme, and you were told to bring a very specific kind of costumey outfit. And so where we start, you have just you're coming back. It's late afternoon. You're just coming back from a walk on the boardwalk. You're finishing up your ice creams or your gelatos or whatever little snacky things that you had along the way. It's a beautiful sunny day. And the seagull noises are at a minimum, and it's very calming. And you find yourself coming back to your hotel, which is the Hard Rock Cafe and Casino Hotel.
Yes, these are.
Okay,
yes,
I'd like
place? That is a real thing. I have stayed there multiple times with both my mother and my wife.
Hard Rock Cafe and Casino and Hotel.
Yes.
So really, you never have to leave there if you don't want to. So you're returning. All four of you, or sorry, all five of you are returning back from your boardwalk walk. The Hard Rock Cafe, Casino, and Hotel is about as bright and gaudy as you would imagine such a place to be. As soon as you step back through the front doors, a noise that no one will ever get used to, an unnatural noise of all of the one-armed bandits going off and swearing from various pink and blue-haired old ladies, fills the air. It's hardly romantic, but that's the way it is. And I think maybe it makes sense for us to start with descriptions of what everybody looks like. So as you're walking in, let's get a little description of everybody. We'll start with the maid of honor, Beth.
Yes. So I would also say that on the itinerary that I had printed out for everybody that went with your invitations, that was laminated so you don't have to worry about it getting spilled or dirty. On that itinerary, I did say to please be back at 4 p.m. here. We had from 3 to 4 p.m. was exploring the boardwalk and getting ice cream or gelato at Rita's Italian Ice and Frozen Custard. And I wanted everybody back here at 4 p.m. So I'm going to be standing outside the Hard Rock Cafe at 3:55, waiting for everybody to come back to make sure everybody's come back. And then we can go up to the hotel rooms and get changed into our Prohibition style outfits for the rest of the night's festivities. Beth is, she's very tall. She is very slim, purely because she sometimes like is so busy working. She like often like will skip meals to like make sure she's working on the case, and she's always very fidgety, so she's very like tight. Like if you were to look at her, she looks like she's very tight and bound up at all times. Her hair is back in a very slick bun, and she's wearing like, she tried to be cool and casual for this part of the night, so she's wearing like ironed jeans and a black blazer.
Alrighty. So really organized fun. That's what's planned for this weekend. So next up, just on my list here, would be Tiff. What does Tiff look like, and what are they up to as you return back to the hotel / casino?
So we're not in our Prohibition outfits yet, right? Because that one I have like ready to go. That's the one that I'm excited for. Tiff is kind of trying to be dressed up enough that they think that Beth will approve. I think they have their hair in kind of like a long, messy braid. They have a pretty thorough undercut, but they're trying to be like neat. They have something of like a bit of a what's it called, like overalls, but like nice overalls. I don't know the words for actual clothes. And the like most of it has been put together almost as if they bought this outfit as an outfit and they only ever wear it to be, you know, like it's never outside of this exact use. And then the one thing messing it up and throwing it all off is they have this big bright pink bejazzled fanny pack that they seem to always be going into, and they literally, you hear like the crunkling as they like take out, and somehow they have managed to fold up this laminated, but it's so awkward. They seem to have like they kept it and they wanted it, but it didn't fit in their fanny pack, so they have forced this laminated paper you gave them into like as small of a thing as they can, and like bringing it back out and putting it back in is the noisiest, messiest thing you can imagine.
Oh, wonderful.
Important as you haven't lost it, I think. All right, next up on my list is Judy. Tell us a little bit about Judy.
Judy's got kind of an unassuming appearance, just kind of forgettable for the most part. At this time, it's kind of like a librarian aesthetic, not like hot librarian, like normal librarian, like short, blonde, like tight curls, freckles, pale. She looks kind of like an owl. She wears round glasses with light purple frames. Right now she's wearing an oversized mint green sweater, white sneakers, and light blue cuffed jeans. And she does have a pigeon with her, and she is carrying a tuba case.
So I do have to ask, do you hide the pigeon when you go inside of buildings, or is it just on your shoulder and you...
Gumdrop knows what to do if we have to go inside somewhere. Usually he'll kind of sneak, like he'll go up like into the rafters, or you know, he'll like wait for a moment, but he'll find me again.
Okay. So Gumdrop kind of goes rogue when you go inside of a building and then returns to you.
Gumdrop always returns to me. So.
Okay, all Right. So with the flapping of pigeon wings, the last person I'd like to get a little description from is Megan.
So Megan is definitely leaves an impression, seems interesting, but maybe not someone you'd want to be with. Someone you'd want to observe, definitely, if you were out. But maybe not someone you would want to have to be tied to for a day. She's short, muscular, has like long, wavy auburn hair, is wearing like a sparkly teal shawl over a like flouncy sundress with a very high slit in the side. It has like Greek style shoes that are like really strappy, like sandals for the boardwalk, and a silver like seashell hair clip, keeping her hair up right now. She's like short and muscular and comes kind of like skipping up to the front of the building at 4:07, texting on her phone and giggling.
All right. So it sounds like you're the last one to arrive.
Yes.
Right. So you come into Beth, pointing out some things on Tiff's itinerary that they have just unfolded noisily from their gaudy, fancy fanny pack. And standing in the midst of all of you is the woman of the weekend, Amanda, who the night before in your sort of preliminary gambling, and also again a little bit this morning, has just been on a roll, like a hot streak when it comes to it. Maybe it's the big rock on her finger that's giving her a little extra mojo. Maybe she's just in the right place at the right time. But the sort of temporary suite before she goes into the honeymoon suite with Ted, after the wedding, had actually been bumped up by the house because her, she's proven to be over the past couple of nights a high roller. Just by, you didn't maybe know this about her, or maybe you did, but she's like really lucky at the craps table, pretty good at blackjack, just seems to be on a roll. And she's been riding that high to an almost obnoxious degree all day. She insisted on buying breakfast and all the gelatos and everything. And she's just like, I'm just having the best time already. Like, I can't wait for tonight, I think I might, can we squeeze some more time at the roulette table? I just haven't got a chance to try it, and I'm just feeling like really good about it.
Beth opens up this huge purse that she has that's like the size of a duffel bag, but it's like fashionable, and she like opens it up and she pulls up like a whole ass clipboard and like pulls out a pen and like clicks it. It was just like, well, I do believe, I mean, it's your weekend. Yeah, give it up for Amanda, everybody. Woo! Okay, so I think I can actually fit it in if the show lets out a little bit early. The show is scheduled from 8 to 10, but I think we could probably get you out a little bit earlier because I mean it's your weekend, but I mean the show probably, if the show lets out early, we can definitely get you at the tables early.
So we get to sneak out of the show early, right?
I mean, we can probably leave the show. We can probably leave the show earlier. I mean, I bought the tickets for everybody, so but yeah, I think I mean. Maybe the finale isn't great or anything like that. So if we wanted to leave early, we can totally do that.
Amanda tries to take the pen from your hand. I don't know if you let her or not, but...
Very reluctantly.
Yeah, there's like this little kind of like tension where she's got the edge of the pen and then she just pops it out of your hand. And then she just very casually writes 4 to 5 gambling. Just like very sloppily in the middle of the 4 and the 6 o'clock part of the schedule. She says there seems to be an opening, so I know we need to get ready for dinner and all this kind of stuff, but I'll meet you. It's fine.
Okay, totally. You do you. I get it. Everybody else, 4 to 6 p.m. is the time scheduled to go to our hotel rooms and to get changed into our outfits. So like Amanda, I know you're so fashionable, you're so good, so I just trust you. So you go off to your bridal suite or soon to be bridal suite. Woo! Get it up. She's getting married, everybody. Woo! Woo! Amanda!
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, so you go take care of yourself and we'll just meet you down at Chef Vola's at the time for the show. Well, time for dinner. Okay.
Do you want to gamble alone, or do you want someone to go with you?
I'm
I
every
don't.
time I've won big, I've been by myself. So I mean, it's not like I don't want to. I don't want. I learned about these people that are called like coolers, and sometimes when someone's on a roll, someone who's like real unlucky will get sent to kind of like split by the casino to slow them down. And I just want to keep my distance from folks. If I'm late for dinner, then I'll pay for dinner. If gambling makes me late, then I'll pay for dinner. How's that? How's that for a bargain?
Anybody who's looking when she says, if I'm late for dinner, Beth like grimaces ever so slightly.
I'm gonna send. Can I send Gumdrop to like just like keep an eye on her, or like
Sure.
okay.
Sure. Gumdrop's an
Can I,
eye in the sky.
yeah. I'd like to have a word with Beth. Beth. So you probably don't remember me. We met a couple years ago at Amanda's Hanukkah party. I slapped a potato niche out of your hand. It contained an invisible mind control device that I'm pretty sure Amanda's ex-boyfriend put there. I'm 99% sure that he was a reptilian, and you know how they are. I'm really glad she's not with him anymore. But I just feel like I just have this overwhelming sense that there's an impending doom coming this weekend, and I just think that we should all have our wits about us, and you just seem very organized. And do you have some kind of plan for if things go awry, or?
Well, so we're already on backup plan number 3, but I do have backup plans 4, 5, and 6. So I think we should be good, but I mean, it's definitely good to know. I'll definitely watch out for any knishes. I do remember you. I very much remember you, yes.
Okay, what about, do you have any, like, so what if there's like an alien invasion, or do you have any kind of contingency plan for an uprising of fish people at all?
I hadn't thought about those two things. I was mainly thinking about costume malfunction and things
Sure.
running late. But you know what? Okay, how about this?
Sure.
Let's delegate it. If those things happen, I'll turn to you. Does that sound good? Does that sound good?
Yeah, I'm more than happy to take the lead on that.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Yes.
Great.
Okay. There's just kind of a look on Amanda's face while Judy is saying all of this stuff, and she says, "I'll meet you down here for dinner in a couple hours, okay?"
It's 2 hours. Yes, at 6 p.m.
That's a couple hours. A couple is 2.
Oh, that's true. Okay, you're always so good. You're so good. You're so funny. You're so good. You got this. You got this. Good luck. Okay, I'm gonna go up and change now.
And Amanda sort of wanders off into the casino part of the hotel. Couple of attendants like point and wink at her, and one of them gives her a high five. They are really treating the high roller well. Yeah, she disappears into the ringing, dinging, bing bonging machines out on the casino floor. So yeah, you've been instructed by Beth to all bring a Prohibition era style outfit to go out on the evening into old Atlantic City to sort of live it up, 30s style. So I want to hear from everyone exactly how you interpreted that.
Well, as we're headed towards like the elevator, I want to turn to Beth and say, Beth, can I ask you a question?
Yeah. What's up?
So, Prohibition outfits, that's like flapper dresses and stuff,
Yeah,
and
that's
like overalls and things, or like the suspenders. What is that called? Where it's on your pants and it's and like a vest and stuff.
Yeah, I could see suspenders working. Yeah, basically what it was is that in college, Amanda got really into Boardwalk Empire, and it was a thing we'd watch like every weekend. And so when we were planning out the bachelorette party, we thought like, woo, let's do Atlantic City, how fun. So yeah, like flapper dresses, kind of like mobster looking outfits, suspenders, any of that kind of stuff is great. Is that kind of what you brought?
Uh, yeah. Um, yeah, actually I'm gonna get off on this floor. I'll see you later.
Okay.
And I get off on a floor that is not the floor that I'm staying on.
Cool. I just want to say, in the chat, someone said, I feel like Beth is the kind of person who has memorized one paragraph about each person's interests and hobbies. And I'm going to say that she literally pulls out another checklist that was like, okay, yes, so Judy's going to say something weird. Very good. Megan's going to be a little vague and kind of mysterious. Got it. Yes, very good. All according to plan.
Okay. Anjl, if you want to tell me where you're heading in the chat or something so that I can figure out what you have in mind, if you have something secret or whatever, or we can have it revealed when you all get back together.
Okay.
Let me know.
So.
But the 3 remaining Bachelorette attendees all head up to their... You're going to be sharing a room at this point, I guess, right? You probably each have your own room.
I mean, I think I would leave that up to people. If they wanted to share a room, they probably could. I'm going to say Beth probably has her own room. I'm going to say she has like she has an adjoining room to the room that will later be the bridal suite, which is kind of weird, but like that's what she planned.
Incredibly weird, yeah. Okay, so you all make it back to your own rooms and start getting ready for dinner. So let's hear from. Sorry, I'm still learning everyone's names. Tiff, how does Tiff dress up for the prohibition?
Tiff definitely tried to like Google prohibition and then just got some stuff from like the Newsies, and so is definitely in like full paperboy outfit with the little paperboy cap and like, you know, like the tan pants and the little like, but then there's like also a little bow tie and it's all like just tan and like soft blues and then like the little tan flat boy paperboy cap, and then still the like the bejazzled fanny pack, just throwing it all off again.
Perfect. Judy.
Judy is now wearing a screen accurate costume that Cillian Murphy wears in Peaky Blinders. It's like the newsboy flat cap, like a 3-piece suit with an overcoat. There's like a watch chain, still carrying the tuba case.
Right. Somehow making the tuba case makes more sense now. Somehow than it did before, so it works. All right, so everyone seems to be taking it pretty seriously so far.
Beth, I can say Beth comes out when she meets everybody. She's already been there half an hour early waiting for everybody to come down. She is in the most immaculately well-tailored pinstriped pantsuit with like matching like fedora. She's wearing like a little necklace that has like a rhinestone stogie on it to look like a little cigar. But she still has this really big bag with her. And she's wearing like very fashionable heels, but that are also very functional, so we can get to places on time.
Okay. All right. So, Megan, I think we should roleplay this a little bit because it's kind of fun. So when you got off at your floor, you started heading towards a room that wasn't yours, and then you knock on the door, and some dude in like sort of like a bowling shirt and khaki shorts and flip flops opens the door and says, "Oh wow, you came back."
Hi. Yeah. I had a great time last night.
You
But I
did? Oh,
think
of course, yeah.
I left my earrings here, I'm pretty sure. Could I
Yeah.
like look for them? Is that okay? Do you have
Oh
anywhere to
yeah.
go? I could just
No.
like oh okay.
Yeah,
Um
I'm just and he gestures over to his bed where he's got like this suit laid out. He's like, I'm just getting pumped up to get into the suit. You know, the wedding you're going to is tomorrow, right?
yeah.
Yeah, mine's tonight, and I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like the beer belly is just gonna really slow me down on getting into the suit. So I'm just kind of pump myself. So this doesn't matter to you. Yeah, come on in, take a look at the earrings. You know, I'm just gonna be in the washroom, just nose hairs and. You didn't need to know
Of
that either,
course.
right? Just go.
I
Just go.
feel
Go
like
ahead and
probably
look.
fell under the bed or something.
Yeah.
I'll just let
No.
myself out.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, okay.
He goes into the washroom. The door closes behind him. You hear like the water being turned on, but then also a razor being used, and just like a bunch of noise.
I look in the little closet thing. Is there
Yeah, he had
anything
a three-piece
useful
suit
for
to
me
wear.
there?
A three-piece suit
It's
to wear to
just
the
the
wedding.
three-piece suit. Okay. I take the button-down shirt and the vest and I leave.
Okay. You didn't in fact leave earrings there?
No.
Okay. Yeah, you duck out. The door is closed.
I make it look like that I've looked under the bed, like I lift up the thing. And I leave like the closet open and I like open like the little drawers and stuff and make it look like it's been ransacked, and I leave the door slightly ajar when I leave so that he thinks someone else was just walking by and took it.
Perfect. And then
And be like, I found them. Thank you so much. Bye.
there's like the sound of a mumbled, like with a toothbrush in the mouth kind of noise. Like, and yeah, so you duck out into the hall, and do you head to another floor?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the stairs.
Okay.
To the floor below,
Mhm.
and hit room number 2.
Okay.
I knock on the door.
The door swings open a bit, and there is loud snoring from inside.
I creep in, and I'm like, "Hello."
There's no response.
I go to the closet and see if there's pants.
So as you go in, you see probably a little bit of heat stroke has set in, and a gentleman is passed out face down on the bed. And there's all kinds of like clothing thrown all over the place. And yeah, you're able to find you're able to find a pair of pants. It's a little too big, but it'll probably do.
Okay, cool. If there's like paper and pen, I like leave a little note, and I'm like, "Hey, had to borrow some pants. If I can get them back to you, I will." And then just my initial. And then I head to the room the floor that I am staying on, in the 3rd room. Okay. I knock on the door.
The room that you are staying in.
Oh,
a third room that you aren't. Okay.
Mhm.
Yep.
But it's on the same floor.
This is the ladies' room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The door opens up. A youngish looking woman in a sundress says, "Oh, hi there.
Hey.
You came back."
Yeah. I give her a kiss on the cheek. I'm like holding all of these weird items. I'm like, "Hey, do you happen to have like suspenders that I could borrow? I think you were wearing them the other night."
Yeah, well, we were doing the Bachelorette thing last night, and it just seems like everyone's doing Prohibition theme around Atlantic City. So yeah, I think I still have my Peaky Peaky Blinders suspenders, and she digs through a bunch of stuff and says, "Yeah, I mean, these are just costume I brought from the costume store for like $10. So if you don't get them back to me, that's fine. They'll probably
Thank
look
you so
cuter on
much.
you."
Thanks. I'll send you a picture.
Yeah, yeah. I want to see the whole outfit.
Okay. I have to go get dressed. Okay, bye. And I just leave.
There's an equally awkward bye as the door kind of closes mid-sentence. All right. So you shuffle back to your room to get everything all in gear. I have a question for Judy about Gumdrop. You say he's your familiar and things. Like, is there? I looked at your sheet. There isn't really rules for it. Is it just like a bond that you have made with this animal?
It's just a bond that I've made. So, I get messages from the angels through him. He doesn't like talk or anything, so sometimes it's like kind of hard to interpret the messages. But I don't know, we have an understanding.
Okay. I guess you have an ability here called Destiny's Plaything, and it says at the beginning of each mystery, roll plus weird. So I think I'm going to get you to roll that, and we're going to see use that to determine what kind of information you get from Gumdrop when he comes rushing back to your window.
Do I roll 2d2?
2d6, and you're going
or
to
two?
add
Yeah, 2d6.
2d6, and you're going to add 2. Your weird is
Yeah.
surprising no one is
Plus 2.
Yeah.
All right. 8.
All right. So on a 7 or 8, you get a vague hint about a useful detail about the coming mystery. Believe it or not, I've role played pigeons before. So they there's like a frantic noise at the window of wings sort of hitting against the window, and
I open it
then
immediately.
pecking of a beak. Yeah. Gumdrop sort of falls in, not expecting the window to open as quickly as it does, and he straightens himself up and shakes his head, and then just goes, "Cool, cool, cool." He looks nervous and upset, as much as a pigeon can.
Okay. Gumdrop, is there anything more you need to tell me? Is Amanda okay? It seems like no. It seems like Amanda's not okay. Is what you're saying?
Do you have something in the room that represents Amanda in some way that might be handy for Gumdrop to get to?
I'm wearing the friendship anklet that we made at summer camp together in 7th grade.
Gumdrop is like frantically looking around the room and sees the anklet and like waddles over to it and then just starts to pull on it as if to say, "Yes, something's up with Amanda."
Okay. Well, I understand, Gumdrop. Good job, great job. And I give Gumdrop a pigeon treat.
Classic thing purchasable at pet shops everywhere.
Pigeon
treats. Okay. He sort of like grabs onto the anklet and like tugs on you towards the door.
Okay. This is urgent.
Well, he seems concerned, and he flies up and lands on your shoulder, and you can feel his little pidgey claws dig into your shoulder just ever so slightly, not in like a harmful way, but in a like concerned way. And for the first time ever, you actually get a vision from him. Your head is immediately obscured by the noises of the casino downstairs. It's rattling around in your head, and you can't really see very easily. There's like cigarette smoke and and you're almost like your vision is like that of a person who's been drinking all of the free drinks, and it's just like stumbling through. But you do see in the distance Amanda sitting at a why can I only think of one-armed bandits? You know whatever they're called, the slot machines.
Slot machine.
At a slot machine, and she's pulled the arm down, and she's like cheering as a bunch of coins come out, and she's catching it in one of those cups. And this big, very tall figure in this very fabulous green gown sits down beside her, and they put up they start up a conversation, and an arm, the figure in green puts out their arm around Amanda's shoulder, and then the whole thing fades to black, and you snap back into your hotel room.
Okay. Does the green figure what is like a person, like a woman?
It's hard to say. They were in a gown. They looked like they were wearing a big hat or something very feathery, and it was all very hazy. Amanda was the only really clear person. Presumably Amanda was the reason that you got to see this vision at all.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to go straight to Beth's room. I'm gonna knock on the door, like very Beth.
You're muted, Anya, or I can't hear you.
Thank you. I'll say that like Beth had like gotten to her whole outfit, walked downstairs, no one was there. She walked back up and was just like, I can relax. I can do this. Party weekend. Let's do this. And she's just been sitting at like the desk in the suite, just like waiting for someone. So when she hears the knock on the door, she like runs to us like, yes, what's up? What's up, Judy? Hi. Are you ready to go?
No, Amanda's in danger. I had a vision. Amanda's in danger. It's serious. Gumdrop saw her with a green figure. Something is wrong. Do you know where she is? Have you heard from her? Has she texted you?
No, you know what? But I know sometimes on casino floors it kind of blocks cell reception, so you can't really contact people as easily. Jordan, can I read a bad situation?
Yes. Let me refresh myself on what that means.
It says when you look around and read a bad situation, I roll plus sharp, and then on a 10 or plus, it says hold 3. Oh, maybe that's not what I mean to do then.
Yeah. Well, what would you like to do? Like, we want to get some. Is this like an insight kind of check on?
Yeah, basically insight. Would it be like investigate a mystery?
I don't think you need to roll for this. I think you would know Judy pretty well. You sort of know Judy, you were saying, but I don't know if a roll is particularly necessary.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I can say that I believe Judy. I believe Judy believes what they believe.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, but whether or not, but I feel like this is a good excuse for me to go down and check to make sure that Amanda is like okay and that she's getting ready. So like, I think the first thing I do is I'll be like, well, let's check to make sure that she's not in her room next door, okay? So I'll like knock on the door and be like, hey, Amanda, are you getting ready? And like open the door, and I'm guessing it's empty inside.
I'm inside.
You're
drinking,
inside?
Yeah, one of the like mini alcohol things.
Oh, hey, Megan.
Hey,
have you seen
what's
Amanda?
up?
Have you seen Amanda?
Oh, no.
I'm gonna say that Tiff is also here so that we can get everybody all together. I don't know what Tiff thinks of Megan drinking out of the bride's minibar, but Tiff, we're gonna say everyone's all together now.
Isn't she gambling downstairs?
Yes. So maybe we should go check on that. And at this point, Beth is also going to take a look around and look at everybody's outfits, and been like, okay. Yeah, this is about what I expected.
Is this good? Are the pants too weird? Are they like too long?
No, you know what? I'm gonna.
It?
Yeah, she's gonna open up her purse and she pulls out a sewing kit and is gonna get down
perfect.
there.
I take off my pants, I take the scissors from you, and I just cut them at the knee.
Oh, okay. Not what I would have
put
done.
them back on.
Yes. Okay. Very good. Okay, but Judy did seem a little stressed out about Amanda being missing, and she's not here.
Very stressed out.
Missing?
Yeah, she's gone. I don't.
Oh.
There was a green figure. Gumdrop showed me a vision, and she's in danger. I was right. The evil's descending upon us, and we need to be swift.
Okay, let's go.
A gumdrop is.
Gumdrop's.
Oh, go ahead.
My pigeon.
A pigeon.
Yeah, he's right here.
Oh my god, can I pet him? Do they like that?
Here, you can give him a pigeon treat.
I give Gumdrop a pigeon treat on the elevator on the way downstairs.
Meanwhile, Beth is doing the like camp counselor, like, okay, everybody, let's get out of the hallway. Let's. Then she's like, and then like runs down to the elevator and holds the elevator for everybody. Okay, everybody, let's go. We'll feed pigeons in the elevator.
All right. So it feels like a really long elevator ride for everybody as you go down because you're nervous about where Amanda might be. And you find yourselves now back down on the casino floor, the main floor of the hotel. It is getting later in the day, and so it's even busier now. And there are tons of people and servers and stuff milling about. So I think we'll say that Judy, you have a vague idea of the sort of area that she was sitting in your vision, and you can
There's
guide.
the Dolly Parton slot machines past the Big Bang Theory slot machines.
There you go. Yeah, you find one of those pink-haired old ladies sitting at the Dolly Parton slot machine, who is just like slamming her fist into the side of it and saying words that are very unbecoming of someone who is probably somebody's grandma. And she says, yeah, you can have this one. And starts to get up.
Oh.
Not that you'd want it. It sucks.
Okay. Well,
I'm gonna like pull out my phone and like scan through like the 100 photos I have of Amanda, and find like one that's closest to what she had been wearing here, and been like, Miss, have you seen this young woman around here? We're trying to find her.
She like squints through the bifocals and says, "Nah, I've been sitting here for the past hour. No one like that came by."
She's been gone for an hour.
Okay.
I hope you find her. She's very pretty.
She is.
She
it's
is
true.
pretty.
She's getting married tomorrow. Woo! Exciting. Okay, we're gonna go find her.
So we have to find her. Some of the wedding.
Cool. Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. So let's see if we can find her around anywhere. I guess.
So I think this would be a good point for maybe an investigate a mystery.
Yeah.
Roll. Someone can roll plus sharp, and you can maybe gather some information from here about of what's going on. I don't know who's good at sharp, but
one sharp.
Yeah, I'm also sharp, but I wanted to
sharp.
ask. So like Judy, like what kind of green figure? Like, like are we talking like, like that? And I point to like, someone in like a green dress or like that, and there's like a weird mascot in like a green, like a dinosaur. There's a kids part at Atlantic City. There's a kids party. I know Atlantic City as a Canadian. I know exactly what it's like. There's a dinosaur. I'm like,
so
like that, or like, yeah, exactly the dinosaur to entertain the children. Like what are like when you say green, like
yeah, just like she was it was an kind of blurry, like ominous to me. Great, like there's familiar though, but familiar.
Like a
Ominous, but like
person?
familiar. Like,
Yeah. She. Yeah, it was kind of hard to like Amanda was really like the main focus of it.
does Gumdrop have like any like tracking abilities? Because like I saw this one thing, I watched this documentary this one time about these pigeons that could like totally find anything like anywhere. And like, is Gumdrop like one of those pigeons?
Put messages on the pigeons, right?
Yeah. Could we just like send Gumdrop with like a message? Does that work?
Over to Gumdrop, who has hopped down off of Judy's shoulder, and he looks up as his name is mentioned, and he has a cocktail sword.
Rayon Shine donated $25. Thanks everyone for the fun.
Like,
I wish I could donate more, but it's an expensive month.
And sticks into the side of something soft, and you realize that probably Gumdrop's skills are sort of limited as far as that goes. He's more
Gumdrop's really
Disney
sensitive.
Sidekick. Yeah.
He's really special pigeon, so he's not really a tracker.
Okay, I think someone should roll investigate. I would like to roll an investigate, and I would like to take my selfie stick and put my phone on it as a camera and lift it up and just like do a 360 and then pull it back down and see if I can see her anywhere there.
Okay. If you'd like to roll plus sharp, so 2d6 plus whatever your sharp bonus is.
My sharp is a 1. Okay. And we're gonna go so +3 +4, so it's gonna be 7, 8.
8? Okay. You get to ask one of the things on the investigative mystery list.
Okay.
And I will give you some vague information about it.
I'm gonna ask then, where did it go? And can it be Amanda?
Sure, yeah. For now, I think that makes most sense. Your survey with your phone on your stick doesn't give away a whole lot, but you do notice someone cleaning up near the exit, cleaning up some spilt drinks and things, and then picking up what looks to be Amanda's clutch or purse or whatever that she would have had with her.
Is it her bride to be sash?
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, with the wieners on it or whatever you have at a bachelorette. It's just like, oh, you hold it up, there's this pink and gold thing, and they're just kind of like looking at it confusedly, and you can see it in the video footage. So someone to talk to.
Great. So Beth's gonna want to do that, but I don't know if anybody else wanted to do something as well to check around.
I'll follow you.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna be like, over that way, using the selfie stick now as like a pointing rod. And I'm gonna say, let's go over there. I think that they have our sash, and run over there.
Right.
Okay. Did either of Tiff or Judy want to do any investigating of their own before, as they head through the crowd? There's lots of time as they have to get past a lot.
Okay,
of
I'll do an investigation.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll plus sharp.
I actually rolled really well, but my sharp is -1. So.
Okay.
It's a 9.
Well, that's still a success. 7 to 9 is a success, and that means you can ask one question on the investigative mystery list.
Can I ask about the green figure more? Can I ask what sort of creature is it? is there anything in my knowledge of like cryptids and monsters and folklore and
Well,
UFOlogy?
you seem like a person who kind of the needle goes to the most extreme possibility first.
Absolutely.
And so you think that this may be all the green and the feathers. Your first thought is definitely some kind of Mothman, something fluttered
Mothman.
down to take her. But then you realize you often remember that the needle goes a little too far, and you bring it back to just pre- pretending hypothetically this might be like a person-like thing. You know that there are a lot of creatures that can look like regular fabulous people that
Reptilian.
yeah and
Fish people.
yeah and you think she might have been abducted by some kind of spirit, perhaps.
A
The way that
specter.
she was kept herself hidden makes you think that they definitely like a trickstery spirity thing in a fabulous outfit.
Spirit.
You know what?
Humanoid.
I have an idea as we're like moving away from the Dolly Parton slot machine. Could I, at the children's birthday party that is happening, as we're walking past it, see if I find like a introverted looking child that maybe was just people watching and might have seen what happened on the outskirts of the party to ask a question?
Sure. Is this like an older? Would you be looking for an older kid that maybe is like a little too old for the party kind of thing, and
Doesn't matter. Me.
or are you approaching like a very young kid? Very
A kid that would be old enough to communicate
right. Yeah.
what they had seen.
I wasn't
Yeah.
gonna give you a baby necessarily.
Probably younger, because if it was something weird, they might be like more willing to tell us what happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
There is a gambler in training, a young kid. He's maybe like 9 or 10, a little pudgy, and he's opening magic boosters that were like in the kind of treat bag, and he's sorting them into really neat piles while everyone else is like all the other kids are beating the shit out of the dinosaur man or just like causing general mayhem. This kid is very carefully sorting his commons, uncommons, rares, and mythics, and he's also like when you approach, he's smelling the pack as he opens it up, and he sees you. And he's like, it's just something I do. It's for good luck.
Oh, yeah, those are some good rare cards. I've obviously seen this before during my many night escapades with human adult males. And so I'm familiar with the cards. Hey, I was wondering, did you happen to maybe see something weird happen over here? I don't know if this would count as like me trying to charm this child into telling me if they saw something weird, or if it would be like an investigate. But I would want to ask like what happened.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna manipulate the kid so much, but I think maybe a charm, a role plus charm makes sense. And what you're trying to aim for is to get information out of the kid, right?
Yeah, like I know you're like busy with your cards and stuff, but the last like hour or two, did you see anything weird? I will make it worth your while. Have you ever fed a pigeon?
Go ahead and roll plus charm, and we'll see how this goes.
I got 8.
An 8. Okay, it says they'll do it, but only if you do something for them right now to show that you mean it. The kid puts his hand out and he says, "Magic card boosters cost $7."
Oh my god, do you have Venmo?
I'm 10.
Oh my. Okay, hold on. I only have a 20. It's fine. I give the child $20.
That's more money than he's ever seen his entire life, and he's trying to count on his fingers how many booster packs it's gonna get him. He stuffs it into like his pocket, and he says, "Lots of weird stuff has been happening around here. Was it something specific?"
Hold on. This lady, and I like pull up like a picture from a work function of me and Amanda. I'm like, and a green person or something green by the Dolly Parton machine.
She filled up 3 of those cups with the coins from the machine. She was doing really good. Should have scammed her into buying me magic cards.
Did she just leave on her own? Did someone
did come over. She was just real old timey. Yeah, and it was green. And she looked kind of like the Riddler, you know, from Batman. Anyway, but poison ivy hair, if you know the reference.
Okay.
Batman's really good. You should read Batman if you haven't. Yeah, they came by and she seemed to know the lady, and then they, like, your friend was in the middle of pulling the arm on the machine, and then sort of just got up and started walking with her after she put her arm around her. But I mean, I got a funny feeling about it, but adults do weird stuff all the time, so.
Thanks. Or like pat the child on the head and catch up with everybody else.
That's condescending. But you gave me $20, so that's fine.
Whatever. And just like keep going. Don't know how to interact with children.
Cool. All right.
I catch up with everyone and tell them what I have learned. And I'm like, was Amanda like cheating on Ted with a woman with red hair?
Amanda's not gay.
Oh, I forget. You're right. Apparently some like woman that looked like the Riddler with red hair came and got her. But I have no idea who that is.
Like the Riddler, like green leotards? Like, are we talking like full bodysuit here? Like,
I assume it was green, right?
Okay. It's a very specific outfit. Like, that is a choice.
Beth has pulled out her phone and has looked at like 80 different pictures of what this might look like and is like putting them together on a board to like find a security person.
You've already made a Pinterest.
Yeah,
for Pinterest. The possible perp.
Okay, well, have we thought about if it's like a ghost or not?
Do people see ghosts?
Oh, sometimes, yeah. Like different spirits or specters. And some people can see them and some people can't. And it really just depends on the nature of what's going on and what kind of spirit it is. And
could a ghost like convince you to stop gambling mid?
Some ghosts are really persuasive.
I mean, like, that's totally true. Like, what if they were like, you know, they also had a gambling problem here, and now they're trying to, like, they're haunted by like gambling addiction and they're trying to stop others from, like, that's a good point. Judy has a really good point.
Well,
so you think that someone would just come up and give like $20 to a stranger? Is that what you're saying? I don't know. That doesn't seem very much like Amanda.
Well, they just like left together, I guess.
Oh.
But like, yeah, sometimes you just give $20 to a stranger. Is that weird? Why did you say that specifically?
I'm just... Anyway, okay, so how about this? We talked about this before, Judy. If you want to investigate this idea, you should do that. And this is me delegating that to you. You can look into, I don't know, like maybe hold a seance right now or something like that. I'm going to go
seances aren't real.
Okay, something you and I agree upon. Awesome. I'm gonna go check with one of the security guards. I'm gonna go over there and Beth's gonna run to like the closest security guard and been like, I think one of my friends is missing. She may have been with someone who looked like this, and I will show my Pinterest mood board of the Riddler. And say like, she was apparently here like half an hour ago. Is there any way we can make an announcement for her to meet us somewhere? We have a reservation at 6 p.m. and I'm gonna look at my clock. What time is it, Jordan?
It's 5:40.
Okay, so that feels very stressful for me. That's 5:40 and we have our reservation at 6 o'clock. So is there any way we can like make an announcement, or have you seen anybody like this?
While you are berating this security guard with pictures of the Riddler, I do want to. Tiff has tried to speak up a couple times, and I just want to see if there's any kind of stuff that Tiff wants to do before we move forward, because perhaps there's some Tiff angles that need to be approached.
No, I was also going to investigate, but I don't want to necessarily like pull the same move again and again and again. So like I could also save it for another time. I was just going to investigate the slot machines.
You're welcome to do it. You're all investigating different things, so you'll get different kind of information. So
yeah, you should do that.
Okay. Yeah, because I was going to investigate the slot machines where we knew she last was. That's all.
Okay. Yeah, give me a roll plus sharp.
Yep.
Roll plus pointy. Pointy brain.
An abject failure. Absolutely terrible.
Wow. It shows a picture of a screaming person.
It literally, if anyone is still in the roll 20, you can see that it says failure and that person looks very unhappy.
The person going like this.
So pretty, I now also want a booster pack. I don't know, something here. The Riddler talk was really exciting. All of this was way more interesting than whatever was happening. One of the Dolly Parton machines starts to sing Jolene, and I'm just taken. Like, that's it. I'm done for the rest of the night.
So when you fail a roll in Powered by Apocalypse, it means that I get to make a move I get to do something. The villains of the piece.
This is why you pushed me to do something. This is the actual.
You got +2. It was low odds of failure here.
Thanks.
So
make me feel worse.
You head over to the vending machine, and you're kind of looking around.
The vending machine, the slot machine, right? Okay, cool. The Dolly Parton slot machine.
Vince money.
I just have this apparently mental block about these slot machines. So you head over to the slot machine and you are looking around, and there's a couple of people sitting nearby that are giving you kind of funny looks, Tiff. And you're just like looking underneath the stool for whatever reason. It's just like a bunch of gum and stuff. But then you hear the simultaneous kind of cranking of all the arms of all the different slot machines, as they're all like pulled down at the same time, whether someone is sitting at one or not. And all of them start to like spin, and as though like across one large slot machine, the 3 spinning numbers like all go, and everyone is like, who is sitting at one has their hands up in the air and is like, what the hell, and money starts to spit out of everywhere as they each land on these little they're
Pieces
like
of Jolene, Dolly Parton, Dolly Parton winking like.
Well, I was gonna say there's like an eye in green, like green eyeshadow. Winking is sort of like animated winking on each of the like where the numbers would be on the slot machine as they spill out everywhere. And obviously this is maybe a little spooky. People around you are all excited. They're like trying to fill their pockets with all the money that's coming out, and security is like running over because obviously something's gone wrong, because it's money spilling out of machines that didn't have anybody sitting in front of it. Yeah. What would you like to do, if anything?
I feel like rather than want to pick up all the money, Tiff would just like go closer to the eye and like confused puppy style, just like turn their head and like look, like go closer.
When you get in close and you see it winking, it's one of them stops winking and just like the pupil just kind of looks over and focuses right at you. And then you blink and you stand back and they all switch back to the normal thing all of a sudden.
like looking around, like, did anyone else see this? Like,
all of the people are just like collecting tokens, and as the security guards trying to stop them from collecting the money off of the floor. It looks like no one noticed the eyes, except for you.
Oh, okay. Well,
I did not see the eyes.
Well, the rest of you were sort of following Beth a little bit, and you were all
Okay.
talking to the kids. So we'll say.
I think I'm gonna just run to catch up with everyone else because that was too weird. Like,
I'll say,
and maybe I'll like catch up to Judy and specifically be like, so like, ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
They like ever, you know, haunt like machines and stuff? Is that like a thing?
Well, so poltergeists can haunt locations. That's the difference between a poltergeist and your average ghost. Also, specific people can be haunted, items.
Not like
there's
not
a lot
like
of different types.
A whole bunch of slot machines all at once. That's not like a thing, is it?
Well, no, I mean, yeah, like if the casino itself was haunted, or if someone in the casino or a group of people were a target of a haunting, then something like that could certainly happen. It's I've seen these things before.
Cool. All right, cool. And like gets closer to the rest of the group. So like
the security guard that you approached, Beth, now that Tiff is back with the group, the security guard you approached who picked up the Amanda's sash is a very kind of he's obviously been working here a long time. He has sort of like a big bushy Mario mustache. He's balding. It's obvious that he has like some black, like that bad kind of hair coloring that some men put into their graying beards and stuff to kind of hair club for men type things. And he has like the most tired looking face you've ever seen from cleaning up spilled booze and probably a lot of puke and things like that from people celebrating and whatnot. And he goes, "What can I do for you, miss?"
Okay. So like I was saying,
I ain't seen Jim Carrey or no cartoon characters. I'm sorry.
Okay, so have you seen this woman? And I'm gonna once again pull up my photo album of Amanda on my phone. I'll be like, okay, so she kind of looks like this. This was Pledge Week. This was so funny. You wouldn't believe. Okay, this is our graduation. This was the one time I went to visit. She looked like this. Have you seen this woman?
He squints and he says, "That's Mandy. She's our new high roller."
Yes. Do you know where she went? Did someone maybe escort her to a special room or something?
Well, we upgraded her room, yeah, because she was like, spreading a lot of cash around. But no, I saw her leaving with her friend. I assumed she was heading. She said she was excited for dinner tonight, so she was heading out with some lady in like this kind of like real flashy green outfit, something I ain't seen since I was a kid, you know?
Yes, Well, that's okay. That's good to know.
She was dressed. Mandy was dressed the part too, so I just assumed you gals were doing some kind of prohibition themed bachelor. We get those a lot around here.
Yeah, I'm now understanding this is not as unique as I thought the concept was. But yes. So where do you know where they went?
I mean, they just went out the front door. I would assume that they were going for dinner, meeting you.
Oh, okay. And Beth will look around to who all's here at this point.
All here.
All here?
I'm here.
Okay, so I guess maybe Amanda decided to just meet us at the restaurant. So I guess we'll head out there. Thank you very much, sir. Beth will slip him a 5.
I guess this is Mandy's, and he hands you over the sash that he picked up.
Yes, thank you very much, sir. Have a good night. May luck be on your side. And okay, let's go. Let's go, everybody. Let's go.
He takes the 5 and he says, "Hey, now I can get that surgery I need," and he puts it into his pocket. You're in Jersey, right? I mean, everyone's a jerk there, right? That's my only under. Again, everything I know about this Atlantic City, I learned from TV and movies. So I apologize for any undue stereotypes.
It's okay. It's okay. I love it. Okay, cool. So yeah, let's go. And so I think like on the walk to it was Chef Viola's authentic Italian eatery, traditional Italian eatery. I'm just gonna check in with everybody and like, okay, so maybe she'll be there, right? Maybe she'll be there. And like, has anybody heard from her? Anybody got a text or anything else about what's going on?
No, wait, no. Did anyone try to call her? I'm gonna try to call her.
yeah, go for it. Now, I'll say like Beth looks down at her phone and it's like 10 times trying to call her with no pick. Because we're like, oh, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, maybe you should try calling.
I try, I assume. There's no
okay.
answer.
There's a click as something picks up, like as the phone picks up, but there is muffled. It's just muffled music, and the music is like swinging jazz era jazz music.
Like put it on speakerphone.
And it's real. It's like tinny to begin with, and then it's like it's coming from someone's pocket or purse.
Okay, so she's somewhere.
There's a ghost store phone.
Jazz ghost.
The ghost went dancing?
Can I try something?
Always.
I have an ability that lets me study something to investigate a mystery better. But since we are doing everything modern, can I pull out Shazam on my phone and hold it against her phone and like wait, and like try and investigate this to see if we can identify something here, like to see if there's something like, you know, this is the music that plays at Coney Island. I don't know. I don't know Atlantic City.
Shazam will tell you the song. You don't need to roll.
You're saying there's nothing to be found in this.
Well, no,
You're saying
I can tell you what the song is because Shazam will work. I don't think you need to roll. Is all I'm saying.
Okay. I was wondering if there's anything to investigate.
You were looking for more supernatural stuff, but what's playing is Minor Swing by Django Reinhardt, musician from the 30s, popular jazz musician that a lot of Prohibition era parties might have playing in the background. But
love me some Django. He's great.
If you want to roll to investigate, what's your ability to do then?
It's a +1 forward to investigating a mystery. It's like
just once per game, or like do you have to do something else to do it?
It's when you it's part of my haven, but we've styled it to be like a bunch of things I keep in my fanny pack. So I just have a bunch of random crap in my fanny pack that I pull out all the time to do whatever. So in this, it is technically lore library. So it's when I study something, like when
you hit the books. Okay.
When I pull up the Wikipedia page on Django Reinhardt to learn specific historical knowledge and take one forward
go ahead and roll and add +3 to your roll instead of +2. We'll see if you can pick anything up.
12.
Wow, mega success.
Advanced success.
So you, with your keen ear and your general
and amazing Wikipedia skills.
That's right. You find yourself down the rabbit hole of Wikipedia, and you're not just like looking up the origin of the music, like what the music is, but you are looking up how to tell what's a recording and what's not. And the music that's playing is live.
Oh.
Am I privy to that?
I imagine I have to tell you. Okay, so like this is gonna sound like super weird, like super weird, like super weird, but like hold on with me for like 1 second. Just like come on this journey with me. We're going on this journey together. Okay. So this music that's coming through, it's like really old timey, right? Right.
Amazing
And like it
Wikipedia
sounds kind of
skills.
like
Anjl
scratchy, like an old recording, but it's
KUWU.
not. Rather, instead, it's like it's live music, but it's weird because it sounds real correct. Like it sounds really, really right. So unless there's like maybe there's like a Django Reinhardt super fan band around here somewhere, like live playing nearly identically this historical music.
Or maybe it's the ghost of Django Reinhardt. I don't.
There's like there's like a prohibition themed wedding happening tonight. Do you think they would have a live band?
Like a Django Reinhardt impersonation band kind of thing? Is that something we can like find? Should we like
Google?
wedding crash these other weddings? Would that help us at all?
Is there like
Go ahead.
could we talk to like the desk person?
Yeah.
And
get in, and figure
and
out what the
see
address.
about all of the events going on.
You know, like maybe Amanda like heard about this really wicked band and she was like, hey, I want this band at like my wedding too. So maybe she went to go like see it. Like maybe it's around here somewhere. We can ask.
I think I could probably talk to the desk person and find out.
So like
you want to talk to the desk person at your hotel to see about other things that are happening in the hotel?
Yeah, because the person that I stole the vest and the shirt from was supposed to be going to a wedding tonight that was prohibition themed. I'm wondering if maybe she ended up there.
Sure.
But I don't know the address of that.
Right, yeah. Well, I mean, the front desk would know about what was happening in the hotel, so that's what you'd be able to get from them. If she's somewhere outside the hotel, the front desk may not know much about other events that are happening in town. Unless you are looking for a Django Reinhardt cover band, which does exist, and I have seen. So, Django Libre, check them out; they're really good. The only difference is that the lead guitarist has all of his fingers, where Django did not. So, so that is a place to start. You were also saying you were heading potentially to the restaurant, yeah?
Yeah,
that was the last thing you had said. You were heading there, but
yeah, I think we like walked outside the casino and we're gonna start walking towards the restaurant, but we now have this more information. I was wondering, Jordan, could I maybe, does this feel like a bad situation? Could I read a bad situation at this point?
Let me just double check what that can get for you.
I'm gonna work on this first.
You're not really in danger right now, you know what I mean? All the questions here have to do with like how do you protect people who are in danger, how do you get in, how do you get out?
Yeah.
So, I mean, right now it's as tense as you feel you would be in this situation. The phone call is coming from the phone picked up in some kind of place where there was live music playing, and she didn't answer, but her phone did. I don't know if that happens a lot in purses, but I guess it does.
That's true. That's true. Well, how about this? If we're gonna now go to try to find out about the other events, can I help out? Can I roll to help out?
Yeah, you can roll to help out, and it sounds like maybe Megan is gonna do some charming on the front desk person to try and get some information.
Yeah.
All right.
So I rolled a 6.
So we'll start by on your you roll help roll plus cool.
Yes. So I got a total of 7. So they have a +1 on their roll, but I expose myself to trouble or danger in the meantime.
Okay. Well, we'll start with Megan. You can go ahead and roll your plus charm, but you get an extra +1 to it as you approach the front desk at the Hard Rock Cafe and Casino and Hotel
Okay. 13.
A 13. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna walk up to the front desk and be like, "Hey, you were working last night. You remember me from last night?"
The woman at the desk looks up and says, "Yeah, I remember you."
Yeah. So I'm a guest of my friend James. He's staying in room 403. But my phone died, and like we had to part ways for a little bit so I could get ready for like the the prohibition themed wedding he's going to tonight. But I don't have the address to where I'm supposed to meet him. So if you have that, I don't know if that would be anywhere in his file, but like if you have his number, and then I could like call him from the desk here or something, so I could get that the address.
She looks like she just wants to get rid of you, and so she starts going through all of the papers and says,
They have it like for the guests of the wedding, like where we're supposed to be meeting.
She writes down like on the hotel stationery this address for this bar that specializes in prohibition themed bachelorette and weddings.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
It's one of 3 that Atlantic
So
City has that is specializes in that. So
okay, thank you. I got it. We can go. And I like run back outside.
Sorry, just to double check, did they give you all 3 locations, or just like there was one specific one?
Just the one where James, this quote unquote James. So is James the one you stole the pants from, or the ones that you stole the vest and the shirt from?
James is the one I took the vest and the shirt from.
Okay. Yeah. So Beth, as you're waiting for as Megan is dealing with the front desk, and you are kind of, as you always do, are keeping an eye out. The same security guard comes over to you, but this time he doesn't have sort of the exhausted grandfatherly look. He's walking a little more like stiltedly, and he says, "The path you're on's gonna only lead to bad news, kid."
Okay, I'm sorry, sir. I guess I should have tipped you more money. I'm sorry.
You're gonna lose more than cash if you keep following this rabbit hole.
What do you mean by that? Trying to find Amanda?
Her fate's sealed, kid.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Once the lady takes an interest in you, kid, she keeps her focus on you real good. I've seen lots of people walked out of here by her.
You mean the woman with the red hair?
And when you say that, he like starts to choke a little bit, and he coughs, and a poker chip falls out of his mouth, and he shakes his head, and the poker chip that hits the ground has this, think mysterious Carmen Sandiego type woman, but all in green, big green hat that's kind of down that covers most of her face, red hair that falls back, and then this like magnificent green plume, and it's just on the side of the poker chip. And then the old security guard says, "I hope you find Mandy. Seemed to be having a really good time. I don't know why you came over here. You never get old, kid." And then he like goes back to his thing, the job he was doing, and his whole demeanor just returns back to how he was like before.
Great. Beth's gonna open up her purse and pull out like a sanitizing Lysol wipe, and is gonna pick up the chip, and then like be like, okay, I'm gonna go find the rest of the group, and go back to the rest of the group with this new information.
This is when Megan, you're done with you all reconvene outside or whatever, start heading towards wherever you're gonna head.
So okay, Judy, do you know anything about some kind of like, oh God, what would you call her? So remember that security guard from before? he kind of looked like he was maybe a little under someone's influence, and then he coughed up a poker chip, and sorry, my cat stole some food.
Holy jeez.
My cat's eating my hair right now. Like
okay, that was fun. Anybody's welcome to clip that right there. Anyway, so he coughed up this poker chip and said something about once this woman has chosen a person, she never lets them go. Does this seem at all familiar to you?
Yeah. I've seen this before. This is wow, that's unfortunate. I think what we've got here is kind of like a classic thing. I think it's Lady Luck has got her claws in Amanda. And I don't know if we're gonna get her back or how this is gonna go, but I'll do anything to save Amanda. She's my oldest and only friend. So
okay, I like the effort there. Very good. Yes, let's find her. So we need to find Lady Luck at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Atlantic City.
Lady Luck's like everywhere now. She's part of everything.
Cat_liberation_front donated $69. It's our food and our hair. Meow.
She's
ghost.
In a way, she's a ghost. Okay. She's a spirit. She's a goddess. She's a legend. I'm a little bit in love with her. I'm not gonna lie. She's very appealing. She's seems very fun. She seems like she lives the high life, not unlike you, Megan. She's very charismatic. But she's got a dark side. She's got a lot of problems. And I'm assuming that if we don't act fast, then Amanda's gonna find out what that dark side is like.
So what's the destination? And where do you want to go next? Are you going to follow up on this party with the music?
I think we could go there. But I'm really hungry. Could someone order like a car there and then I order delivery to the party? If we're not,
do you want a pigeon treat?
Yeah. What are they? I just eat. I already put it in my mouth. Okay. If you've given it to me before asking what it is.
Tastes like French fries.
Like, is it stale breadcrumbs? Like,
yeah, it's just stale breadcrumbs.
I don't know. These are pretty good. Can I have a couple?
Yeah, they're high energy, lots of carbs.
Thank you. I'm just like eating them.
Okay, so Megan, do we want to check this other prohibition party and see if that's where the music's coming from and keep an eye out for Lady Luck in the meantime?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So let's do that. Beth pulls out a notepad and it's like she crosses that off a list and you're like, how is that a possible thing that she had planned for? But okay. It's like, okay, crash another wedding party. Okay. So we're on plan K. Got it. Okay. Yeah, so let's go to this other wedding party and see what we can find.
What do you guys want to order for food? I don't know what food they're gonna have, so I'm ordering delivery to meet us there.
Okay, so you are going to you're going to take a car to the place that you're going? Okay.
I assume we have to take a car.
Well, I mean,
is it like next door?
It's not far. Like, it doesn't really matter. I was just going to teleport you there for the purpose of the story, so it's not like a big deal. It's really about style when it comes down to that. So, yeah, the car that is driving you there pulls you up pulls up. I just wanted to ask. I did mention in the chat about a quick break. I don't know if anyone is interested. Usually an hour and a half in, that's when I do a break. Is everyone cool with the break? And about, I'll set up a cliffhanger-y thing for the break. Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
Cool.
Yeah, sure.
I just hadn't heard from anybody. Yeah. All right. So the car pulls up, and the cars that are driving around Atlantic City, they're not just regular limos. They have like tinted windows, and they try and make, especially the ones that they're waiting outside of the various hotels. And the driver, sort of says very little to you when you get in. You say the destination. They nod their head, and as you're driving, it seems as though the city is getting darker than it normally would be around the 6 o'clock mark in this time of year, and all of the really flashy lights are starting to come on. The neon lights are all starting to light up, and you pull up. The car pulls up in front of this restaurant slash bar that when you look at it, it looks like none of the other buildings. Like there are like Irish pubs, quote unquote, that are designed to look like an Irish pub but have nothing to do with Ireland or pubs. That's what most of like the Prohibition era stuff is around here. It's the cartoon version of it that isn't real. But this place looks like a rundown hooch parlor kind of place that has like gas lanterns and stuff hanging like in the windows, and there's a couple of tough looking people sitting on barrels outside. They've got like cigarettes hanging out of their mouths, and they're playing cards on the top of a third barrel. The place that you're being dropped off is like suspiciously authentic, and the music that you heard before is coming from inside.
That's the music, isn't it? That's the music.
Yeah.
Right? Tiff, that's the music.
Yeah, that's like exactly the right music.
And as you turn to pay the driver, it's gone. The car's gone.
Well, that was like really nice of them. Okay, thanks. Bye. Like, maybe they saw our like bridesmaids banners and they were all like, sure. Like,
So nice.
really nice of them. People here are really nice. Like, I love that.
So do you go into this bar?
I'm feeling a little weird about it. So I'm actually gonna look at Judy and been like, hey, Judy, are you picking up any vibes about this place? Because I thoroughly researched all the possibility of places to go in Atlantic City, and I do not remember this showing up in any way.
That is very odd. I don't know. I like want to do some kind of like investigation or like using my like powers or something to see if I get any sense of what if this is dangerous or like what this might be.
If you just want to kind of peer in the window or something, or even just sort of take a look at the facade.
I could send Gumdrop in.
I read a bad situation, I think, is probably what you're looking to do here. And
Yeah.
I will take Gumdrop's observation skills into account with your roll. He can look in two different directions at the same time. That has to be useful in some way. So
in a lot of ways.
So go ahead and roll sharp.
It's a 2.
A 2 with your -1, yeah?
Yeah. 3 to a 2.
So as you start creeping around the front door, or at least you start heading to kind of get a close look, one of the very burly, barrel-chested gentlemen who's playing cards steps up in front of the door and crosses his arms, and he goes, "Password." And I think that's where we'll maybe take the break. And we'll deal with this. this galoot, this palooka next at the after the break.
Very good. Okay, so you want to do like a 6-minute break?
That's very specific, but sure.
It's very in character. I think we
yeah.
can budget in a 6-minute break here if you're all okay with that.
Yep, sounds good.
Cool. Okay. See y'all soon.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
A timer for 6 minutes.
And we are back. There we go. All right.
Back, everybody. Yeah. So where we left off, you are approaching. You approached or got a ride to Atlantic City's secret, authentic speakeasy hotspot that has like actual tough-looking gin runners, booze runners out front. And Judy, our resident conspiracy theorist and cryptozoologist, was snooping around and now finds themselves face to face with a rather large, burly-looking man whose eyes glow this emerald green. And as you look up to him, at him, you also get this smell of like salt water. Sorry, Atlantic City's water is salty. Yeah. All right,
Yes.
okay.
Yes. There's actually been asked for a little bit of a further back recap. So I would just say that we are at a bachelorette party for our friend Amanda. She's been high rolling it all weekend. She's supposed to meet us for dinner and has disappeared, and now we're here. Right? Does that feel good? Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Yes, it is on the Atlantic Ocean.
That's right. Everything I know about the Atlantic Ocean is I learned from where Cthulhu lives. So, as you were looking up at this gentleman, you get this whiff, Judy, of the salty ocean on him, and in fact, he is kind of wet. And his clothing is in tatters. There are a couple of like fish hooks stuck in his vest, and seaweed is like hanging out of his sleeves. And you see
He's a fish person.
Yeah, I was just going to say your first instinct is fish person.
Okay, can I now read a bad situation?
he said password please. It's very polite.
Yeah.
Especially for a fish person.
I'm gonna act under pressure.
Well, tell me what you would like to do, and then we'll figure out what's to roll.
Okay. Oh yeah.
What? So we go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Judy.
So I'm going to using my knowledge of fish people and just like lady luck and all the things he's probably entangled in. I'm gonna say that we mean no harm. We're here to pay homage to your boss. We are here to honor her. So if you would just let us through, that would be splendid.
Okay. This sounds like a manipulate someone, so I think give me a roll plus charm to see how this goes over with the waterlogged palooka.
I lost one. God damn it! I did it again.
Wily dice.
What I get for not using my actual dice tray? It's an 8.
An 8? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So they will. What you want is for them to let you in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He like looks down at you and says, "The lady's on your side tonight." Is that what you're saying?
Lady luck? Yeah.
All right, I don't know if she's here, but you could go take a look. But bring me back a drink from the bar, will you?
Okay, what are you...
One of those alcohol-free sarsaparillas, if you know what I'm talking about. Wink.
Do I know what he's talking
It's up to you to figure that out, I guess.
about? Okay. He's a fish person. They don't usually... Okay.
You've heard the saying,
Yeah,
drink like a
of
fish.
course.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
The big
Drink like
guy
a
like
fish.
pushes the door, starts to pull the door open. and starts to, gesture for you to all come in. The music is louder now inside. There are a ton of people that I guess that look like they're actors or are all in costume, but the place inside is like very authentic. The floor, though, is very wet.
These are all fish people.
Okay.
We're saying this to Beth. This is the fish person plan. Activate it.
Okay.
What?
I did officially put Judy in charge of fish people plan. Okay, so I guess we have to defer to you. Can I read a bad situation at this point,
As
Jordan?
you go in, when you look around to read the bad situation? Sure.
Yeah. So that's plus sharp. Okay, so it's 1 for me. So 5, 10. That's an 11.
Wow. Okay. So you can actually ask 3 questions from the list.
I would like to ask, what's the biggest threat?
The biggest threat is that most of the people here seem to have a gun of some kind within arm's reach. At least a dozen armed people here. Yeah, and there is a shotgun on the wall behind the bar.
Cool. Next question I'm gonna ask: are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
You sense that there is an energy here of some kind, and maybe it's Judy starting to rub off on you, but you think that the building itself kind of doesn't want you around. So you think there might be... You don't understand what your intuition is telling you, I guess, but you think that you feel so nervous here that you think that the bar is going to rise up and throw you out, not just the people that are in there.
Cool. So then I guess my next question, I'm torn between what's the best way out, but I figure that would just be the front door. So I guess I'll ask, what's the best way to protect the victims? In this case, I guess being us and or Amanda if we find her.
It seems like egos. A lot of the stuff that a lot of the chatter in here seems to be people getting into petty fights over small things. And for evidence from Judy's chatting with the fella at the door, it seems like they might be pretty easy to butter up.
Plastic fish people, all narcissists.
Yeah, it's just a well-known fact. The shiny scales.
Gotcha. And the last thing I just want to ask before we move on to someone else is that since Amanda and I used to sit and watch a lot of Boardwalk...
Super Maddle donated $10.
Sorry, we got another donation. Since we used to sit and watch a lot of Boardwalk Empire together, am I picking up that, like, these people are talking in that style?
Yeah, I mean, nothing seems fake about this place.
Okay, so it seems very authentic.
Yeah, and I mean, Boardwalk Empire was pretty authentic, I guess, but it seems like more so here. Everyone is a little wacky, but you don't think anyone's behaving over the top, I guess. I don't know.
Great. So I guess I'll like lean into the rest of them and been like, just so we know, like, everybody has a gun. I'm getting some real bad vibes that I don't think we're supposed to be here. And yeah, Judy's in charge now because I officially put her in charge of if this were to happen.
Like, everybody here? Like, is that part of the costumes is to have a gun?
It's not costumes. These are fish people.
Yeah, I totally thought that was like part of the costume. I opened my fanny pack and I have a gun.
These are fish people.
Okay. Well, like, I unzip my fanny pack and like open it and show you guys I also have a gun.
Okay, and I open my big purse and I also have a gun.
Yes!
All right. Well, I'm not opening my tuba case right now because I'm gonna draw a lot of attention, I think. But there's not a tuba in there, okay? So you really need to know.
It might be okay.
Yeah, see, I totally thought that was like part of the look, right? Like it's part of the whole thing. So that I thought, at least I've read a thing that this is like although in the pictures they all had like those big like machine gun ones, and I thought that was like a little too much. Like,
yeah,
Tommy gun, that's so 1920s. No thanks. Like,
so as you start to tentatively move in, there's a heavy tap on Judy's shoulder, and it's the guy from the front, and he says, "Remember, I need a drink. One that doesn't have no booze in it." Wink.
Oh, because it's prohibition.
Shh.
Oh. Okay, yeah. What kind of no booze do you like?
He leans in. He puts his hand on his shoulder and he pulls you really close and he goes, "What are you, new, kid? We only got one kind of booze."
Oh, and it's bathtub gin, obviously.
That is an unfair stereotype. We make it in barrels.
Oh, and it's, of course, I'm so sorry.
Ugh.
I am a little bit new.
Very green around the gills, and I wink at him.
He tilts his head as though he has never heard that saying once in his life before. So as you move in and start looking around the room, there are a lot of card games going on, a lot of like arm wrestling, and various different people seem to be having a good time. There is a band. They bear a very they have a very like realistic replicas of old instruments. It seems as though they're playing on genuine articles. And
how many fingers do they have?
I was just getting to the number of fingers that the guitarist had, and I think Django only had 2 on one hand. Anyway, they're one of the lead guitarist is missing some fingers on their main strumming hand, and he has like a little pencil thin mustache, and he's just playing the best jazz guitar that you've ever heard. And when you look over to the bar, as you go in, you realize that the wetness on the floor also has there is seaweed and stuff that's growing up out of the floorboards the further you go in. And as you go to the bar, presumably to get your quote unquote non-alcoholic drinks, you see that there is this kind of spectral looking barkeep. He's got he looks corporeal, but he's got the vest of like a server with a little bow tie and stuff. But all of his hair is sort of like floating up in the air as though underwater. And he has like a cut across his throat, and blood is like dripping and floating up towards the ceiling. And it looks like they can't really say anything, and they just push a menu over to you, and it just says root beer on it. Just one thing.
6 root beers, please.
Are you having 2?
Are those like all for you?
No, this for us, and then the guy outside.
There's four of us.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, yeah, I wanted to.
Okay. That's okay? I just math-wise was.
Yeah.
That's fine.
And maybe we'll find Amanda.
Yeah.
But if not, I'll drink hers.
You're right. Okay. Well, yeah.
The barkeep awkwardly twists around to grab a bottle off of the wall. It seems as though his feet are stuck on the ground, and he can't seem to move them.
Sir, do you need some help? Can I help you?
He looks at you, and his head, because he's got the slit throat, kind of can turn a little too far around, and he turns to look at you, and he shakes his head, and then he goes back and he grabs the bottle and starts pouring 6 little shots of gin or whatever. But yeah, he has to contort his body around in order to get to it.
These are like amazing effects, like straight from like Disneyland Haunted Mansion. Like I am so impressed right now
Tiff,
with like
these are not effects, these are and this is not root beer. This is alcohol.
I got that part because
okay.
we're like in prohibition. Like I get that. Like that's
No.
like, you know, I'm playing along with that part, but like I don't get the whole watery vibes thing. Like that part I don't get.
People, they're fish. They're from they died and fish spirits took over their bodies and are animating them. So it's like they have like vague memories and feelings of their humanhood. But
Okay, this is like a double
sea,
theme place. Like they didn't just stick with one theme, they went with like two themes.
The seawater has pickled their brain, preserved it. So the memories are all in there. That's not really them anymore. It's the fish overlord. There's a tentacle god. It's a whole thing.
Like, I thought we were...
Can they be hurt?
Well, yeah.
If he's already dead?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's their bodies are still bodies. It's just
the barkeep flips the menu over, and on the other side, scrawled, it says "on the house," and then he puts the menu away.
We are getting a lot of things for free tonight. I feel like really lucky.
Judy's gonna like smell her drink. Does it smell like poison?
It does, in that it smells like booze. It smells like very strong alcohol, which is poison. So
okay, yeah. So I believe this to be poison, and I don't think anyone should drink it.
We can give it to the guy at the door though, because he like asked for it.
Well, yeah, he probably drinks this all the time.
Okay, that's like a tough guy shtick thing. Like drink the poison. Like.
So I do think it's very smart that we give that guy his drink. I have a feeling that this is a bar where people are a little on edge and they want to start a fight, and I really don't want to get a fight in a fight. But remember, everybody, goal right now, find Amanda. That's the goal. Once we find Amanda, we can get out of here. So do we dare try to call her phone again? I would imagine it worked last time because we heard the music here, but that is going to draw attention to us.
Oh, like maybe we'll hear it ringing. So what if we, before we do that, because like what if it's like low on battery or anything and it doesn't, we don't want it to run out. What if we kind of like split up just a little bit, you know, to be kind of like spread out so we could hear for it in different parts of the bar?
Yeah, I think that's a smart idea. So should we all go to the
on like vibrate, and then you know that's even worse. You got like listen for the like.
I think I should ask the bartender if he's seen her. He can't tell anyone that we asked.
Could like
how
right?
Beth is like Beth is thinking like that's the best thing to do, but how do we how do we show a photo, because it'd all be on our phones, and if we pull out a phone that could cause an issue.
Yeah, they usually don't like that in like, you know, theme places. And you like ruin the theme.
If I look around, is there anything that looks like a newspaper?
Yeah.
I could put that over my phone and pretend it's a photo in the
around it.
Oh my god. You are brilliant.
Hold on. I'm gonna like
actually, I want to actually go back in time with you in real life, because that's like brilliant.
I'm gonna like go into like Instagram and like upload a photo.
Black and white filter.
Black and white filter, make it look a little grainy. I'm going to reduce the screen dimness a lot. I have like a blue light filter thing that makes it look almost like a piece of paper that I'm going to like adjust the settings on, and then be like, hey, barkeep.
Have you scammed a time traveling ghost before? Because you really got everything figured out. Yeah. So you find an old newspaper. Obviously it says, you know, June 11th, 1932 in it, or something like this, and very authentic looking prop. And you cut out, there's an image of this very Steve Buscemi looking guy on the front that says Nucky Thompson underneath, or I guess historically his name was Nucky Johnson, that's written underneath. And you cut him out and you put the picture of Amanda in instead, the doctored image. and you hold it up to the nearly headless barkeep.
Call them and be like, "Hey, I know it's hard for you to talk and stuff, but maybe you could like use your eyes or point, give us some direction. We're looking for a friend. She might have been mixed up in some bad business. I'm trying to like use the lingo I think they might use. I don't know.
Sure.
She's mixed
the
up
cat's
in
pajamas.
some bad business. And my friend's, she's really the cat's pajamas. And we're trying to get her hitched, you know? So we got to get her out of here before she gets too mixed up in this business. And we don't want anyone to bring out their Tommy guns or anything tonight. We just want to find her friend and leave. I don't want to put you in danger. And you might, I'm not threatening you. I don't want a fight to happen. I don't want a scene. Have you seen this woman? I'd like hold up the paper.
Go ahead and make a charm roll, a manipulate roll.
Okay.
Sorry, what'd you roll? Got really
And
quiet.
I don't know if this would count as a trust me thing. That's what I'm trying to do.
That's an ability you've got there.
That's a special move.
Where I do tell the truth to try to protect someone from harm. Because if a fight breaks out, this dude would technically be in harm. And trying to get them to help me.
Okay. They'll do what you say they should. No questions asked. Okay. A normal person. This is a bit of a stretch, but that's fine. And sorry, what was the result you got? I keep missing the word that you're saying. 8. Okay, sorry.
Your mic was cutting it.
It was like cutting out just when you were saying the number for some reason. The keeper chooses one from the following. They ask you a hard question first. They stall and dither a while. They have a better idea. Okay. So you were asking the barkeep if he's seen this person and where they might be.
Yeah, so we can get her and we can get out of here. Okay. Bring the guy outside his root beer. I'm gonna wink again.
They can't ask you a hard question. They reach under the table and they pull out a notepad and they start to scribble some stuff down. And it's like just in this really messy scrawl. And it like gets soaked with salt water as they're like writing in this little charcoal pencil type thing. And they push it over towards you and said, your friend was dancing with the lady. They went for a walk.
I point towards the front door and I'm like, this.
Then yeah,
like, you can still talk, you just can't.
Oh my god, you're right. Like front door, bathrooms. They're like a alley.
They write down, I'll tell you when you do something for me.
Does he want to feed a pigeon?
He spends a pigeon before?
He spends a little longer writing this down, and his hand is shaking, and he turns it around and he's holding it up like this, and it says, "You get the guy who got me," and then he points at one of the mobsters sitting at a table.
Knock him out?
He lifts up a very slow moving hand and just does this across his neck.
Choke him a little bit.
He just scribbles fast, "Kill him," and gestures at the paper.
So he said that Amanda went for a walk with the lady and he'll tell us where they went, but we have to kill a guy. But everyone here's already dead, right? I drink
like
shots.
A play along thing, like maybe when you go to like a murder mystery theater, someone died, like maybe you just gotta like do them in.
They're fish people.
So how do you kill a fish people? You just they're already out of water. So I feel like that won't work.
Okay, I think we did hit on something there when if a person says, please kill the person who killed me, I think we can assume everybody in this bar is dead already.
But can be killed again. They're reanimated.
Okay.
Yeah, how do you kill a ghost?
But
they're fish people. They're not ghosts.
An important thing I want to point out is that they are all dead, but we are still alive, and I would like to keep it that way. That is definitely, I didn't add it. Here, hold on a second. I'm going to pull out a notebook and add, like, no one dies. That is definitely, like, rule number 14 on the list of this weekend. So let's make sure no one...
13 things are more important than not dying, please.
Listen,
I need to know them itemized. Like,
we have reached
making
the
sure the bride has
plan.
a good time.
Okay, fair.
And we're not doing that.
That's true.
Okay.
All the plans have gone out the window at this point. We're surrounded by fish people. We're in a bar that doesn't exist on the plane that we know to be reality. Things have taken a turn, everyone. So I'm gonna need you to do some things. I'm gonna need you to not make any fish related puns at these people. That's disrespectful.
The guilt thing is bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't say you didn't know. It's okay. You didn't know. I'm gonna need you to stick together, and I'm gonna need you all to stay present, stay aware, to stay on top of things, to believe what you're seeing, and to be ready to fight, because we are going to have to get our hands dirty. And we all love Amanda. And yes, Lady Luck is beautiful. Yes, Lady Luck is just exquisite and charming. And yes, I would like to make out with her, but I forgot what I was saying.
Okay, I appreciate what you're saying, Judy, and I think you're right. Let's keep it respectful. Let's keep it above board. I like
separate the guy and kill him.
Yeah, I'm gonna like look at my watch and I'm gonna say it's like 7 o'clock, right? And I'm like, we've lost our reservation at this point, and I am livid about that now. So I think I would like to kick some ass and threaten this bartender to say, no, you're just gonna tell us where she's at.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're being so nice.
We lost our reservation.
He gave us our drinks for free.
But he wants us to kill somebody. I just want the information.
The person's already dead.
We're gonna have to kill everybody, I think. It's just how I see it going.
But what if we just like separate the guy and we just kill him? Like,
Okay, so by kicking some ass, can I be at like pull him to a corner to try to get the information out of him? Threatening.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, let's call that a kick some ass roll. Give me a roll plus tough.
Okay, cool. And I'm gonna use all the best lines I remember from Boardwalk Empire while I do it. Okay. That's a 10.
All right.
So I gain it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking here. Gain advantage. So I take 1 forward or give 1 forward to another hunter.
So you reach over the bar, frustrated that you have lost your reservation, and you grab onto the collar of his shirt, sort of to just try and pull him over to the side, maybe where you would be able to get behind the bar. And when you try and move him, you can't. And you look down and his feet are in a cement block. And he looks down where you're looking, and he looks up at you and grabs one of the bottles and smashes it. What kind of weapon are you using against him? Are you just sort of doing hand to hand right now?
I had been doing hand to hand, and I was looking at what a 10 plus gets me. I think I'd want the one you force them where you want them. So he can threaten me, but I think at that point, then I will pull my gun out. Well, so I don't actually have a gun officially on my gear, but I do have the thing about if I had a small item, I can pull it out at any time. So I'd like to imagine that I have a gun in my bag.
Like a small, like one-shot kind of gun for
Yeah,
self-defense or
yeah, small self-defense, like little gun that I got. Maybe like my parents gave it to me when I moved to the city. Like, take this when you go running.
I'll also say, if you want, you could gain the advantage, take +1 forward, and roll like a charm to try and get the information out of him, like you've intimidated him. You know?
Yeah. Okay. So let's do that one. So then that would be. Is that just roll? Oh, well then that puts me at 0. Can I give it to someone else to charm?
Yeah, you can pass the bonus on to someone else. Yeah.
Who's very charming?
Me.
I will pass it on to Megan to use.
Cool. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Sure. I don't know your name. My friend, it's like a bachelorette party time. She's the maid of honor, so she's really stressed out. So ignore her. I'm so sorry. I'm like rearranging his like shirt and trying to like brush him off. I'm like I said before, things are pretty tense. But we're just trying to find our friends. So if you could just tell us where they are so we can get out of here. And then, as if I get the chance to, I'll avenge you. But I don't know that I definitely will. And I do have to save my friend first because she's not dead. So I think that that's the priority. And you understand, right? And I'm like getting like closer to him and like trying to flirt with this dead guy.
As he is holding like a broken glass bottle and is just like,
yeah, I'm just like, I'm like
look on his face,
rubbing the glass bottle and stuff too. Like I'm not even afraid.
Go ahead and roll your charm and give yourself an extra +1 from the ass kicking he received.
Whoa. Okay. 13.
Okay. That's about as high as you can get. So he just like, I'm assuming that Beth is still kind of holding on to him during this whole time, and I just imagine you like breathing angrily, like you've just snapped a little, and he just like reaches one hand out, grabs the pencil, and starts to scribble something down, and just holds up a thing that says, "They're on the roof."
And I like kiss my fingers, like put it on his slit throat.
You touch his head and it sort of tilts too far from where it's been like half cut off, and then floats back into position.
Okay. So I guess we're gonna go up to the roof.
He just lifts up a hand and gestures to the back of the bar.
So that's probably where the stairs are. So like right there.
Let's go. And let's go.
That got a little heated, everyone. Good job, Megan. Smoothing things over.
Thank you. You're really nice. You're like weird, but you're really nice. And the ghost stuff is like kind of interesting.
Yeah. I actually I know Megan, I'm the chosen one. I'm like here to save all of humanity. It's a thing that happened to me. But I actually, you could have been the chosen one. It's a whole thing. I recognized you immediately. But so one day you were waiting for a bus, and there's like this like kind of like homelessy looking guy in like a trench coat and like a tinfoil hat. And he was like, "Hey," he's like, "Are you an Aquarius? Do you have a scar on your left knee? Have you ever taken a Zumba class?" And you just ignored him and you got on the bus.
Oh my god, that's when my car broke down that one time. It's so pretty, but it's old and it's in really bad condition.
Yeah, so I saw the whole thing. I was there. I was actually sitting on a bench nearby eating a tuna sandwich, And I was like, I'm an Aquarius and I have a scar on my knee. And I signed up for a Zumba class once, but then I had to take my pigeon to the vet, so I didn't get to go. And he was like, I've been here for 3 days and you're the first person who's talked to me at all, other than telling me to fuck off. So I guess you're the chosen one. His name was Carl. He's an angel. He's really, really solid. He's not like he's like a freelance angel. He's not like in the hierarchy, but he sends me messages through my pigeon gumdrop. And that's how I know all of this. And it could have been you. That's probably why you feel connected to it.
I'm glad it's not, because I don't have time for that. Like between work and like partying, like not at all. But like I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, I don't have time to write nearly as much fan fiction as I used to. It's really taken over my life. It's quite a burden.
I read fan fiction.
Oh my God. What kind of fan fiction?
So as
like
this
the spicy
conversation
stuff
is going on, Beth, did you let go of the bartender? Yeah, you're muted again, I think.
We can't hear you.
You are still muted, I think.
Not yet.
Huh.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
You are.
Okay. Wild. Okay. Yes, I let go of him, and while all of that was happening, I'm just like slowly pulling back. I'm letting them have this conversation, and I'm gonna turn to Tiff and been like, I just want to go to the roof.
I feel like we should go to the roof.
Yeah.
Is that rude? Like, I don't know.
No, I mean, I think we should have them come along with us, and this is all very fascinating, but yeah.
We're going. I was walking and talking is how I was envisioning.
Oh, okay.
Nice,
Okay.
nice.
Yeah,
Perfect. This whole conversation. Whole conversation.
I'm sorry. Let's finish walking up the stairs.
Okay. So it was a walk and talk. Very good. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
As you are heading to the back, there is indeed a staircase that seems to lead up to a door that leads to the roof. But you do see the barkeep like reaching and twisting behind him to try and grab onto the shotgun that is on the wall. And whoever's the last one up sees him duck behind the counter and start to aim into the bar itself. And as you close the door behind you to go up to the roof, you hear the shotgun go off. He seems to be doing his own dirty work as you head up the stairs, and then a row breaks out. Gunshots going off and punches being thrown. But all of that fades away as you make it up to the roof. And the boardwalk and the Atlantic City that you see when you get up to the roof is completely different from the one that the Hard Rock Cafe and Hotel and Casino is in. It has this. It's now like twilight, and it has this, not the movie, it's like the time of day, and it has it's lit in a very much less audacious way. It's still very bright, but all of the buildings now have the same kind of old veneer. The boardwalk doesn't have nearly as much advertisements or food trucks or that kind of thing. There's nobody really out and about, and you can hear just the water coming in and out along the beach, which is not covered in filth, because, it's not modern day. And the biggest attraction is the biggest thing you can see is a massive Ferris wheel. I did read a bit about the history of Atlantic City, and it had the first Ferris wheel, and so I put that into the thing. And so, yeah, in the distance, you can see that there are only 2 riders on it. And they're just kind of circling around, going up to the top. And you make out a blurry green. Oh, and then you start to make
and then we all just make out. Very good.
It is a very romantic scene.
It had to happen eventually, honestly. Like, we're there now. It's time.
We're just all friends. and we're all here together to celebrate Amanda, and this is part of it.
You know? Yeah. It's like
it's what she would have wanted.
Yeah, it's what Amanda would have wanted. While she's making out with Lady Luck.
Yeah, she's making out with Lady Luck, so we all got to get lucky too.
I've known Amanda since childhood, and I did not get a gay vibe from
I went either, and I've asked her so many times.
her.
Maybe it was just like she didn't meet the right person. Maybe the luck lady is the. I don't know.
Sometimes you don't know until you like know. You know.
It also seemed bad though. Like it's really boring, but I like him.
Okay, yes, agreed. But you know what I think would be the best idea? Why don't we get Amanda and then we can just ask her personally? You know, this will be it'll be a fun bachelorette party thing. But like, never have I ever had a crush on a woman, and then we can find out. So let's get her.
Yeah,
I had a crush on a ghost.
The embodiment of luck.
Yeah.
Sexuality is fluid, and also maybe it's not lesbianism if it's a ghost who's also like an ancient spirit of.
What is gender to a ghost, really?
Luck. Yeah,
I think that's truly the most pansexual a person could be.
Yeah.
I like men, women, ancient specters, embodiments of concepts. Like, you're just open to everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's a good point.
We're on this roof and we can just see like how far away is this Ferris wheel.
As soon as you think about how far away it is, it starts to seem to move closer to you.
Oh, that's handy.
The street, the boardwalk it is handy, isn't it? The boardwalk does start to kind of shrink down as though it's trying to beckon you towards it.
I feel rather beckoned to this boardwalk. Do any of you maybe want to like?
I was trying to make it clear that Amanda seems to be on the Ferris wheel.
Yeah, she's on the Ferris wheel.
She's on it. Yeah.
Yeah, you made it very clear. There's literally 2 people on this Ferris wheel. Her and her new ghost girlfriend. We got it. Like,
hey, GMing ain't easy, all right? Sometimes you just gotta put the 2 targets on the Ferris wheel and just call it out, right?
Yeah, we gotta go get them.
Where are they? At the top of the Ferris wheel? Like, is it?
As you were watching it, as you first saw
it moving?
It was going up, and then it stopped at the top.
And they're at the top.
That's very romantic. If the ghost like planned that to like stop at the top, you know, to have like the best view and everything like that. Anyways, maybe
like
we can just.
She would do.
I've never dated a ghost, but I like want to. Let's go. Can we go to the Ferris wheel?
We're still on the roof, right? Is there like a fire escape that we can like slide down type thing?
There are many like little platforms that connect the roofs of the different buildings because people had to scatter in all directions when the fuzz showed up, and so you can keep going along the roof, and then there's lots of ladders that lead down back to the boardwalk. So you have a lot of options. It's up to you.
Parkour to the boardwalk.
Down to the boardwalk. Okay.
Yeah, I think we need to get to the Ferris wheel.
Yeah, because we need to go directly to the Ferris wheel. There's no obvious advantage for being on the rooftop away from the Ferris wheel, right? Like,
other than this is also romantic.
Very romantic.
Right.
I mean, if we had another moment, I would say we should all like stop and like hold hands, but we don't have a moment really. We should probably go.
Yeah, it seems dire.
I can have the fight stop and have Django start playing something nice on the guitar. Like, it's really this is your game, so
you know what, like Beth is consulting the thing that's like no, I don't have complicated possible feelings emerge and you make out with someone else in the bachelorette party scheduled until 11 o'clock tonight. So I think we're just gonna have to wait and get to that later.
Yeah, we haven't even had dinner or drinks yet, so
that's fair. Yeah, well, some of us have and some of us haven't had drinks.
Wait, do you want? And I pull out like miniature booze from my.
Let's go to the Ferris wheel.
Okay, I'll put it back.
I pull out my selfie stick and I lead the way to the Ferris wheel.
As you walk down the boardwalk, lights start to light up. and this place becomes sort of an amalgamation of the past and the present a little bit. Some neon lights start to light up. Some buildings start to have the sound of gambling coming from inside, really loud. Everything is like drowned in water, and the boardwalk has the same kind of like seaweed and stuff growing up out of it as though it was submerged. And the side of the Ferris wheel lights up, and it has a neon sign kind of version of the lady in green that you have seen before, who has her hat in her hand, and as it lights up, it's like tilting off her head, and she's fanning out a bunch of cards in the other hand, and that lights up on the side of the Ferris wheel. And when you look up, you see that Amanda is by herself up there now. The Lady Luck has disappeared? Question mark. But now this giant on the side of decorating the side of this thing, maybe 20 foot tall version of her in neon lights.
How far away are we?
This is as you're approaching, so you're not too far.
Is there a very clear control panel somewhere? Because, like, you know, from watching like carnival stuff, there's usually just like an on and an off button. Couldn't we just like bring her back down? Could we just press the button?
Yeah, I feel like actually, I think maybe this is an act under pressure. Give me a roll plus cool to kind of get in close and try and find what you need.
All of us?
Okay, hang on. I have a move for this.
Okay.
It's called, I've read about this sort of thing. So this one time I got in this really deep wiki like search, and I read all about Ferris wheels and their control panels. And in fact, I think I could probably rig one if I really wanted to. Anyways, I get to roll with my sharpness instead of my cool because I'm way sharper than I am cool.
Perfect. Roll sharp to act under pressure to start looking around for this type of the thing you need.
What the hell? Roll 20 is mean to me. Listen, roll 20. We're gonna fight. I failed viciously, even though
Can I help?
Unfortunately, help has to kind of happen first.
Yeah.
And so
My bad. Sorry.
As you get to the base of the Ferris wheel, sparks start flying. There's the sound of metal rending and bending, and one of the arm that was tilting the hat pulls itself off the front of the Ferris wheel, and then swings down to hit you. And there's just this loud but sultry voice that says, I don't know. Sorry, my brain just completely crapped out. Just says, sorry, miss, your luck's run out. And then the hand slams down on you. I'm going to do some harm to you.
That's fair. I feel harmed by this.
I say that, but
no, it's fair. I understand.
You take 2 harm.
That's fair. Wikipedia doesn't always help.
As you're kind of knocked back from this hand that swings down. So mark 2 harm on your sheet, I guess. And
did.
Okay.
And then I get to make another experience.
As you all watch, the other arm pulls off that's holding the cards, and the woman steps off of the side of the Ferris wheel. She's dressed fabulously, and it's just all lined with neon lights. And she says, "This young woman was winning big, and so I need to feed off of those lucky charms that she seems to be carrying around in her pockets. So it's best you run, else you want all of your luck to run out as well." And actually, sorry, I meant to say that we're gonna play by special rules, and you're gonna when she does damage, she damages your luck stat instead of your body. When your luck runs out, then something bad will happen there. Luck is something you can spend to get a better result on your die, but she's going to do damage to your luck instead. So you take 2 luck damage, whatever that is.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
What would everyone like to do?
Yeah, I would like to not metagame, but like as players, we have a short amount of time left, so I'd say what we should each do whatever we're strongest at to try to do this as like a team effort. Beth is going to be strongest at kicking ass or protecting someone. How about everybody else?
Really good at running headfirst into danger without thinking and escaping.
I'm good at acting under pressure, helping out, and using magic. Which I could do like I could call Carl. Like my angel.
Oh, I couldn't remember what you're talking about. Yeah. The part-time angel.
Yeah.
And also, acting under pressure is kind of like the action adventure stat. So it's like anything that involves doing dangerous stuff or whatever. So climbing up things,
like scaling the Ferris wheel,
for example, would be act under pressure. Yeah, I mean, crazy idea, right?
I think I'd like to maybe just run forward and try to start climbing the Ferris wheel.
Okay, stealing my plan, but sure.
Well, what if the 2 of you start to climb up to get to her, and then I don't know what Tiff wants to do, but I could just try to fight Lady Luck, and Tiff, maybe you could help me in some way to fight Lady Luck. So we're like 2 people are saving and 2 people are fighting.
Yeah, I could try and support you. I didn't work out this thing. I feel like I got knocked over by that, but I will definitely get up and like do what I can to help.
Doesn't someone have healing too?
I can
Does
heal.
That work for luck heals?
Yeah, we'll say it does for the purpose.
Yeah, when I touch and heal an injury. Okay, so when I touch, I can heal an injury or disease. I lay my hands on someone hurt and roll plus cool. So should I roll that to try to heal?
If that's
only
what
if you want. I'm not too bad yet, so you could save it.
So I can also say that if you want to start running interference with Lady Luck, you could try and roll cool to help out, so that the climbers have a bonus to the climbing. So it's up to you. You know, you have a lot of options there. What you want to prioritize, right?
Yeah, I think it might be better to wait, because if I roll and I fail, I'm gonna hurt you even more.
Yeah, I 100% agree on not heal hurting me yet. Like, definitely if we can support the other 2 somehow. I don't know if we can like run interference like you said somehow. I don't know if we can like distract the hands. Just be like, hey.
Yeah, or like Tiff, if you have something else that you're better at, if you want to try climbing or doing something else. I just feel like we're getting close to the end here, and I think it's best that we all pull on our strengths as a group to like do one unanimous move.
I want to try to do my what could go wrong ability, which is just me charging headfirst into danger without thinking.
Okay. That seems on brand, so let's do that. How does it work? What could go wrong? Whenever you charge into immediate danger without hedging your bets, hold 2. You may spend the hold 1 for 1. Okay. So now you've got 2. You're just doing this, so you charge off towards it. You have 2 points of stuff that you can spend, which could be a bonus to an act under pressure roll, inflict harm, reduce harm. So you can hang on to this until you use it.
Okay.
So give me that act under pressure roll. Give me a cool roll, please.
You can do it.
Uh, 5. I'm not
okay.
Cool.
Do you want to spend one of your hold in order to get +2 on this move, which will bring it from a failure to a success? Okay. You immediately stumble, but something about the booze that you've been drinking, that hooch that you've been drinking, sort of emboldens you.
Not the first time I've run drunken hill.
Fair enough. And you there's like the the music swells, the adventure music swells, and you reach out to grab onto the side of the thing and start pulling yourself up. I will say you're pushing your luck, so you'll take one luck harm from not rolling a full success. So you can mark off one of the lucks on your sheet. But you can start you start climbing up the side foolhardily, and you still have one hold left, which I think you can actually keep track of on your sheet. So
yeah. Judy, come on, you should climb with me.
I was already climbing. I decided to climb before you did.
Can I get an act under pressure roll? A plus cool.
Like say that, and I look over, and Judy is like already there.
Yeah,
10.
I'm like, what happened?
10. Also, I like can't die, so
you come back when you die.
Yeah.
So, but a 10 is great. You are already 4 cars higher than the camera zooms out, and Megan has barely made it into the lowest car, and Judy is already 3 or 4 cars up and leaping to another one. You see Gumdrop moving to the next car as if guiding Judy's steps, and also looking for trash to eat. Okay, so what are our 2 friends on the ground doing?
I mean, I have protect someone or I have kick some ass, and I feel like kicking some ass might be more appropriate to the situation. And I also have a move of smite, so it's just that it says my unarmed attacks are 2. I think it might be a typo because it says 2 minus harm intimate hand messy, and I think it's supposed to be and messy. Or I don't know what intimate hand messy means. That sounds quite suggestive to me. But
so I don't know if this will disturb you or not, but it is not a spelling mistake, is my
it's
understanding.
not. It's intimate hand messy.
Hand means you have to be within hand to hand.
Oh, okay. Okay, wonderful.
But it doesn't stop it from being intimate hand messy.
Intimate hand messy. Yeah, so I think I'd like to fight. But Tiff, I want you to also weigh in so you feel autonomy with what's going on here too.
Yeah, I'm about even on most things here, so I can either help or I could try and fight, but I only have a +1. I could.
Yeah, I mean, you could help out to distract so that.
Yep. I would like to do that. I would like to.
Tell me what you want to do. Okay, cool. Roll. Well, how do you distract? What do you do?
I mean, I assume you said the lady was like Lady Luck was like coming off of the Ferris wheel, so I feel like Beth is fighting and I'm just being annoying to the Lady Luck, so that she doesn't pay attention to the other 2 climbing.
Okay, you're just making a scene.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to I guess because I was reaching for the controls and she batted me away, so I am looking to appear to be
doing this again.
Yeah, I'm going to mess up her machinery.
Okay, go ahead and roll cool.
Oh, 11.
Cool. Nice. Roll. Okay. Do you say anything in particular? Are you just making
hey lady
noises?
What?
Hey lady. Okay.
Hey lady.
Okay. That's
that's all I know of her name, right?
Yeah.
Do you prefer lady? Do you prefer lucky? Lady Luck? Are we intimately well enough know you good now that we can first name basis just luck?
She the hat kind of half covers her eyes, and the lights just sort of shift over to you. And
you have a cousin named Carmen.
There's a half grin, half scowl on her face. And that's +1 to your kick some ass roll.
Okay, so let's see what happens when I kick ass here. 4, 5, 6, 7. I rolled a 7, but I think I'm willing to, because this is like high stakes, I'm willing to burn a luck or put myself in harm to get an automatic 12. Are we playing by that?
Yeah, well, yeah, that's part of the...
Yeah, cool.
All right. So that's with the +1, you got a 7?
Yeah, I had rolled a set. Well, oh no, with the +1 it put me 8, but I'm still then in that mid category.
Okay. All right, so you're gonna deal your harm to the Lady Luck.
Yeah.
And you get to choose an extra thing, an extra effect. You don't get the advanced stuff technically, so.
Cool. That's okay.
What would you
Yes.
like from that
So I'm
list?
gonna like hit her, and I have the 2- for intimate hand messy, and the bonus. So I'm looking in that's +10 here.
Yeah, and she has the effect that's gonna hit you is that there are like sparking lights and everything all over. So you're gonna take one luck harm from the electricity that's bouncing around.
Cool. The other thing I'd like to do is to force them where I want them.
Okay.
So in that case, I think I would just want to like, I guess like hold her down on the ground so she can't get up.
Well, she's 20 feet tall.
Oh, she's 20 feet tall. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's not impossible, I guess, but I think maybe more like a pin against the.
Yeah.
Might be good.
I
mean, you can start. I could say that you could start dragging her down, like.
Okay. Could I
It would
poke?
take multiple attacks to kind of. You could just be reaching into the guts of the neon sign and trying to like pull her back so that she starts bending towards you.
Yeah, it's just something to make it so she can't get the people who are climbing up to Amanda.
Yeah.
So whatever that means.
You could pay it forward. You could give a +1 for it to someone else who's climbing to try and move things along.
Sure. Yeah, let's do that instead then, I guess. We'll pay it forward.
Who would you like to give it to?
Let's give it to Judy, since they are higher up on the Ferris wheel.
It seemed to be part ape in some way.
And they just said they can't die, so that's pretty good incentive.
I always believed it when people yelled at while they're climbing a Ferris wheel.
I can't die.
I'm basically a god. All right, so
Gumdrop said I can't. It's gotta be true.
He's a part-time angel.
Well, it's Carl.
Oh, sorry. I forgot. You have so many friends that I love. Okay, so you do have a +1 forward. You can use it on whatever the next thing is, Judy. The first car that you climb into, Megan. A couple of the mobster spirits like appear in it. They look like a Bonnie and Clyde pair, and they are like half making out when you climb in and fall into the thing, and then they see you and they both pull out switchblades.
You guys can keep making out. I'm so sorry. I'm about to leave.
Right.
Can I charm them into not attacking me?
Roll. Give me a roll plus charm, please.
Okay. Oh, that's good. 10.
They like look at you and they look at each other. They toss the switchblades out of the car and just go back to making out with each other.
You love birds, you kids. I'm gonna climb out of the car.
Yeah.
Can I try to shoot the Lady Luck from here?
Sure.
Because I see Judy is like way ahead of where I am, and I might be better like helping.
I'd say this could be an act under pressure or kick some ass with the gun, since you're not in direct danger.
Okay.
Sure. Whichever roll, either plus cool or plus tough. It's up to you.
Okay. Cool is act under pressure, and then the
Tough is kick some ass.
tough is kick some ass. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I rolled so badly. I rolled 2 1s. That's a 2. Can I burn a luck point to make that a 12? Is that allowed? Okay, I'm gonna do that.
I would like to say that there is Snake Eyes, which could also be incredibly lucky, depending on how nice our GM is.
I don't know. It's Snake Eyes. I don't know what that means in this world.
Snake Eyes is bad, but you want Boxcars, which is the double sixes. So
gotcha.
That's the 12. I think the 12 is a good move.
Then I will burn a luck to make that a 12.
Okay. Were you rolling act under pressure?
I was rolling tough.
Cool. Tough?
Because my cool is -1.
All right.
So.
It says your small handgun does 2 harm.
Okay.
So I'll mark that off on the thing.
Okay. Am I able to add a 3rd harm with my last what could go wrong point or no?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, cool. I will use that.
There is a kind of old rusted out looking clockwork mechanism that's she's sort of being dragged away by Beth, who is suddenly very good at beating up giants. You can see that the back side of it, the part that attaches to the Ferris wheel, has no lights on it, and it's just sort of exposed machinery. And you fire the gun off into effectively what's the heart, I guess, of this thing for a little extra damage. Sparks fly everywhere, and Beth, the bullet just kind of like buzzes by your head and blows out a bunch of lights on the other side, and all these cool sparks fall down all around you. Cool. I think maybe we'll jump over to Judy, who's our climbing fiend. You are, I'm gonna say, one more. You're one more act under pressure away from the still frame of Amanda.
Okay. 9.
9, and you get a +1, I think, to make it a 10 from.
Oh yeah, 10.
Yeah, perfect. You follow. Dang, what's his name? What's your bird's name?
Gumdrop.
Yeah, you basically have your eyes closed and you are just like going where the coups lead you, and you find yourself dropping into the top of the Ferris wheel, and sitting across from an entranced Amanda, the same green glowing eye that was in the eyes of the mobster at the door. It's on her as well, and her hands are sort of lying open on either side, and she's just like, there's like money and poker chips and the chits from the one-armed bandits just like spilled all over the floor. There's just a bunch of the buckets that she's just dumped everywhere. She's breathing, but she's like out of it, I guess.
I've seen this before.
The fish people got to her, is basically what I'm saying.
Yeah, she's under Lady Luck's spell. Is she like responsive to me at all, or is she just like fully?
She's just sort of got the 1,000-yard stare. She's looking through you.
Okay, so I'm going to see if I can do a magic to have a divine intervention, like a divine help to snap her out of it.
Sure.
Okay.
So we're gonna do some use magic here, right?
Yeah.
So you're just trying to snap her out of it.
Yeah, I'm just like, like praying to Carl, like, Carl, help me out.
Okay. Wherever you are.
Wherever you are.
You're rolling with weird.
With weird, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, which is +2. So it's an 8.
Okay, so it has there's an effect and you're going to choose an effect and a glitch from the list. Alternatively, you can use a luck, which will make it 12, and you have a special ability when you use your luck that your fate comes into play. So we can have the spirit of Carl actually show up if you use a luck point.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll use a luck point. I can't die, so.
Yeah. As you keep saying. So Carl is a guy in a tinfoil hat?
Yeah, he's wearing a trench coat and he's got a tinfoil hat. He's got like a 5 o'clock shadow. But Carl's can take many forms. He's like he's an ethereal being, but that's how he most often appears to me.
Has he ever actually appeared to you?
Yeah. That day when I was eating a tuna sandwich, he appeared to me.
Since that day.
Oh, yeah, once he appeared to me in an alleyway eating a slice of pizza. And then also once during an infomercial.
Like he took over for the presenter or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay. I was about to say that I think I've met Carl before, but now I don't think I've met Carl. So there is a sound of space stretching and then snapping back into place. And sitting down beside you is a trench coated gentleman in a tinfoil hat. He has a hot dog. Yeah. That he is like in the midst of about to take a bite out of, and he says, "Where am I?"
Oh, we're on a Ferris wheel in Atlantic City. There's just like kind of a situation here. It's Lady Luck.
Wait. You're the chosen one?
Yeah, I'm the chosen one. You told me I was chosen.
It's real?
One. Yeah, it's real.
You summoned me?
Yeah.
All the way from Manhattan, and now I'm here?
Yeah, now you're Carl. It's all real. You were right about everything.
He has a look on his face of just absolute joy, and like a tear just like trickles down his cheek because everything that he's been saying is true. And he's like, "I'm half angel, baby. What can I do for you?" He throws the hot dog away. He doesn't need that stuff anymore, and he's rubbing his hands together.
Okay, so it's my friend's like out of it. She's under a spell of Lady Luck, the spirit. There's fish people everywhere. We're up to our gills in fish people.
Yeah. No, this happened to my friend Jimmy. And he just like lifts a hand up like he's getting ready to just slap her across the face.
Okay. Whatever you need to do, Carl, you're the expert.
Okay, he does it. And her expression doesn't change and her face just snaps back up. He's like, "Wow. It only took one for Jimmy, but maybe she's tougher." And he starts to wind up again to do it, but it's obvious that this isn't working.
Okay, Carl, this isn't working. We need something different.
He's like going through pockets, moths flying out, bits of lint, backup tinfoil hat. He doesn't really have a lot on him.
Fuck. All right, maybe we just try to carry her down, or maybe we just get her out of here. It just seems precarious being on a Ferris wheel.
Well, you're the chosen one. Can you teleport us?
I don't, Carl, can I don't, you know more about my powers than I do.
Maybe.
Okay. Well, I'll try it. I'll try anything once. I can't die, Carl. I can't die. So
yeah, I don't know if you should take everything I said at face value.
It seems true enough. I mean, I summoned you here.
Yeah, I guess I need to get
Gumdrop's been giving me visions. Everything's been real so far. Yeah, the pigeon.
Man, all bets are off. Let's do this. And he like holds onto Amanda's hand and onto your hand because that's how people assume magic works.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll weird again.
I did it again. Oh my god, I rolled a 12, so it's a 14.
All right. The car is like filled with money and poker chips, but also dice and cards. And all of the dice start to lift up off the ground and rattle until they're all showing sixes, and all of the cards like flip over and they're all aces, and the whole card just starts to shake. And then the car that you're in swaps places with the lowest car, and it's very sudden. You slam into the ground, and there's a brief silence, and then you hear Carl say, "Magic is real."
Yeah, Carl, you told me that. Thank you.
Just another tear out of the other eye. This is the best day of Carl's life. All right, let's get your friend out of here. And he sees the giant walking street sign and is like, holy fuck.
Carl, how about you stay with her and then I'll contribute to this battle, okay? You just like watch over her and make sure she's safe. Protect her with your angel abilities.
Yeah, I'm her half guardian angel. And he like carefully picks her up and heads over towards some barrels or something that are near the pier to hide behind.
Okay.
All right. What is everyone else doing with the big manifestation of Lady
Since Beth managed to like grab the Lady Luck and like kind of pull her down, and then when Megan managed to like shoot at Lady Luck's back and kind of expose that like there was all this inner working in the back, I think that makes it clear that there is some like weakness back there. And I think at this point Tiff actually like scrambles into their fanny pack and pulls out a lighter and a can of hairspray, which of course you need at a wedding for the bride and the big hair and all the thing. And I have a flamethrower when I want, because that's what this is, right? This is just a flamethrower. I would like to set Lady Luck on fire. So, but from the back specifically, because Beth is holding her to the front. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Kind of making her prone. So I'm flanking. Like we're working here. We're working all together. Using flanking rules, please. I know GMs hate flanking rules.
Kick some ass.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna try it. Kick some ass. Mixed success.
That's a mixed success. I mean, you have luck to spend as well.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Can I use my luck?
You may as well, right?
Yeah, like I don't need
against her.
Yeah, listen. She's trying to keep all the luck for herself, and like, lady, that ain't happening no more. Like,
you see Lady Luck look over her shoulder at you, and she kind of squints, and as you're trying to light the lighter, it's sputtering, you know, like it's not working. Like some people are unlucky when it comes to using these things, and that seems to be what's happening. But then you just concentrate, it flares up, the fire shoots out the front of the hairspray as you spray it, and a bunch of like engine, like grease and stuff just lights up on the back, on her back, and you can, how much damage does it do?
It does. It is, the tags are 3 harm, close, fire, heavy, volatile.
Okay. I think that's actually enough to take out. Yeah. Flames all over her face.
Flames on the sides of her face.
And on her back. It's just this machinery is like old and ill-maintained, and there's grease and stuff all over the place. The fire spreads as the sticky hairspray like clings to the back of the frame and goes up, and Lady Luck kind of lets out a wail, I guess, or some kind of, and stumbles back into the Ferris wheel, and there's a lot of creaking, and it seems like all the lights start to pop and as they go out. And
can I make a panicked escape from the Ferris wheel as she's falling on me?
Oh, that's right. You're in it. Yeah.
I was trying to specify because Beth was holding her forward. I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. That's one of my abilities.
Okay, cool. You do your thing. We're just over here like, this lady's on fire. as you do.
All right. Roll plus sharp.
You got this.
Oh
Come
my
on.
goodness. 8. So I can escape, but either I have to leave something behind or something will come with me. So I'm gonna try to basically go back the way that I came, and that means I have to go back into the car with the making out couple that I kind of step on to get over them because I'm trying to get out backwards.
I'll say that Judy is sort of pinned in behind, so you can go and save yourself, but then you leaving Judy without any help, pinned in behind the Lady Luck.
It's fine. Save yourself. Go. I'm the chosen one. This is my destiny.
She can't die.
But Judy, no!
I can't die.
She has said multiple times she can't die, Beth yells from the ground.
I'm picturing I kind of pass you up on my way, trying to go, and I'm trying to grab your hand to take you with me, and you're like, no, go. I'm but you're
this is my destiny.
Friend.
Your destiny is something different. You're not the chosen one. You could have been, but you're not. It's you go. Save yourself.
So you take off, Megan, and Judy. The weight of the collapsing neon sign collapses down onto you as Beth and Tiff look on in terror as the whole thing is burning. But you can spend a luck point now.
Yeah.
You just died. But we're doing a dramatic finish here.
Yeah. So I'm gonna spend a luck point and emerge from the wreckage unharmed.
So I imagine instead of doves, but it's pigeons.
Yeah, it's all pigeons.
And they just sort of burst out. This is like a Nick Cage kind of moment, I feel.
It would be an amusement park. Yeah.
A bunch of pigeons fly out everywhere. Carl is clapping like you're Tinkerbell or something, and just before you have a chance to grieve, Judy steps out of the flames, completely unscathed, with a tuba case, trombone case.
Yeah, I didn't even use it.
No. And as you make your way down back home down the boardwalk, I guess you run into Megan along the way, who makes some kind of story up about how you had to run away, I presume.
Am I talking to Amanda or?
Well, you ran away, so I just figured they run into you as they're leaving.
Oh, I just ran away from the collapsing Ferris wheel.
Okay.
Yeah, I probably would have tried to find Amanda and where everyone else was.
Right. Amanda is unconscious and being carried by this guy in a tinfoil hat, who has only been described to you up until this point. And he's nods over at you, and he's like, Carl, half angel.
Megan, half business person, I guess. I don't know.
Hey, whatever. I don't judge. But magic's real. Did you know?
I didn't before today.
Yeah, me neither. I just thought I was just making stuff up for attention.
What?
So, as you walk down the boardwalk, the moon kind of moves quickly, and the sun kind of moves around you and appears up. Oh man, Does it set over the Atlantic Ocean? I just don't know anything about the world, apparently. It doesn't, does it?
It
would be set
rises
above-
in the east and sets in the
In
west.
the west.
Yeah, certain as the sun,
Rise over the.
rising in the east, like the Beauty and the Beast song. That's how I remember it.
That's...
Right. So if it's and their Atlantic City is on the east coast.
Mhm.
So the sun is setting behind the buildings on the boardwalk, and I'm sorry. And life starts to return as you stumble out. You're still all bruised and battered from your adventures, but the regular boardwalk is there. And the only person they're not looking at, strangely, is the guy in the tinfoil hat, which isn't super uncommon down here. And as the setting sun the light kind of goes over the boardwalk, Amanda starts waking up.
I'm gonna be like,
she sees that she's being carried by Carl.
hey Amanda, you're okay? This is Carl. It's Judy's friend. And we're gonna get you back to the hotel.
So I'm still like a little drunk somehow, but like, okay, Amanda, you were gambling and then you were whisked away by like a spirit woman.
It was Lady Luck.
Very beautiful, very mysterious. The green hat. I don't know if you remember this,
I
but
still
like
love her.
And
you were missing,
green
and then
Carmen Sandiego.
yeah, and then you went to this weird bar. It was full of undead fish people, but you left by the time we got there, and then you were on the Ferris wheel with Lady Luck, and then we had to fight her and kill her, but she's probably not like dead. You probably shouldn't come back to Atlantic City like ever. But can you like please not gamble anymore so that we never have to do this again, please?
So she's like patting Carl on the shoulder to put her down, and she's like reaching for the clutch that she has, and she says, "But I've got one token left." And she reaches in and she holds up a little brass token, and it has Lady Luck's face on it.
Can I do this as a trust me thing? Like I told her the truth, and I'm trying to convince her not to gamble.
Sure. I was just going to give a movie, here we go again, movie ending to put a knot on everything, so it's up to you. I was just going to have, like the camera zoom in on this. Lady Luck winks, and then fade to black. As
it fades to black, can we have a thing where you hear Beth say, "Yeah, I was wondering, can I transfer the 8 p.m. tickets to your show to 10 p.m.? We're just running a little behind schedule."
That's over the credits roll, and over the credits is Beth trying to rearrange all of the yeah.
And then you hear whatever this is, like mob music plays over top.
Django Reinhardt swing plays in the background. Yeah.
Ask Beth, see if they'll do like a seat food service. We like never had dinner.
Yeah. Audit.
I did. I like the fade out, like what happens. I did roll for it, so I know what it was.
What did you get?
Only you know.
I got a 10, so would have been a 12.
Yeah.
She would have listened. Yeah.
Would have been amazing.
Well,
there's a post-credit scene.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And it fades in on Megan, and Megan catching Amanda sneaking out from her hotel room, and she's just got the like one brass little copper token, and it's just you in someone else's bathrobe, which I think is appropriate for you, and you just like hold up a finger and then slap it out of her hand, and that's where it goes to black. And
that's the end.
I
know you technically had an early out, but I would love to hear during the credits scene when it's showing us all the next day at the wedding, what we're doing at the wedding. Like, I'm wondering, does Judy show up with Carl as their +1?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
You're like, and this is Carl. He's a half angel. He helped us yesterday when we had to defeat Lady Luck in the old timey Ferris wheel with fish people.
Yeah, and Amanda's mom is like, yeah, sure. Sure.
Yeah,
Maybe
my mom would be there too. She's just like, oh, Judy, are you doing this LARPing again? I told you. You're never gonna meet a nice girl to settle down with. Like, I feel like the Lady Luck coin, like Beth would like get it like put on a plaque or something, like to commemorate like the bachelor party and like give it.
Have it like sealed in resin so you can't.
Yeah, like
it.
for sure, sealed in resin and like as like a commemorative thing.
Yeah, and Beth still had the poker chip that had her face on it too. So I think she's going to be like, you know what? You seem like these tokens and talismans belong to you, and we'll give it. And that's like a bonding friendship connection there. If I can say what Beth's moment at the wedding during the credits clip is that she's like watching the ceremony and she's like really emotional because she's like also like really just like loves Amanda so much. It's just like, what if she doesn't talk to me anymore? She's gonna get married and stuff like that. And so she like turns to grab a tissue and she bumps into this woman who's also dressed in like a blazer, pantsuit, heels, holding a clipboard, and it's the wedding planner. And she's just like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. You understand we're running 1 minute behind schedule and I'm just really in a hurry. And it's just like, ding, and like the hearts go off in Beth's face. She's like, oh my God, I had the same planner. And then that can fade away.
Tiff and Megan, do you have your wedding moments?
I think like Tiff at some point would just present to Beth the itinerary that she made, but it's redone and it's nicely laminated, and instead for all the things we miss, it just says like save the day. Like, because that's what you did instead. That's what we did instead. Yeah. Like we still did everything on the list. It was done.
You
don't
to
need
a little print shop that some of the
I went to a little print shop in the to get it redone.
The business room of the hotel. That's like one computer and one printer.
Yeah. And I had to like go to a completely different, like go to a different hotel print shop to get the lamination done. Yeah, we didn't miss a single thing. See, we did it. See, like.
And Megan, have you got a wedding montage scene?
Yeah. You just see Megan like kind of sneaking in like a back hallway with just a full bottle of liquor from like the storage area of the hotel because the drinks are not strong enough for the party, and just wants to help everybody out for all the dancing and stuff after the wedding. And then like while in the hallway, there's like all these old pictures of like different things in Atlantic City and like different bars and things. And there's a photograph of the bar that we were at with people in it that has the bartender there but alive, and then like us also in the picture, but I'm very drunk and I'm like, is this real? And then I just kind of keep walking. So like maybe Megan will have an interest in the supernatural going forward, maybe not.
Did you just shining us?
A little bit.
That's amazing. And there you go. That's mayhem in Atlantic City.
Amazing. Thank you all so much for this amazing role play. If we have time, I'd love for everybody to just quickly go around and you can promote anything you want to promote. Does anybody? I mean, Xena, I know you do amazing role-playing based shows in New Orleans. Do you want to talk about that?
We have one on Saturday. We have Roll for Seduction on Saturday. It's a Yuletide fairy tale edition. It's a special holiday one. Anjl is in it. Anjl is going to be Rumpelstiltskin at one point, and Red Riding Hood at another point. I'll be there as an elf delivering packages for people preparing for Yule. And I mean, kind of as it goes on, we're going to see how I feel at the end of it. But there's like, I'll either kind of be turning into, it's like kind of goes in a naughty direction or a nice direction. I'll either be turning into a Santa like character or a Krampus character, depending on the choices the audience makes.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Is there anything else you wanted to plug as well, or?
There's Phase Gone Wild is our queer like high fantasy nightclub experience. It's like completely immersive. Anjl's been in it a bunch of times. So we usually do it monthly, but Acrocats is at the Always right now. So there isn't a December one. So the next one's in January. It's January 13th. But yeah, if you're ever in New Orleans, look up Roll for Seduction and Phase Gone Wild.
Amazing.
Want some LARPing in your nightlife.
Amazing, amazing. Fawn, did you want to promote anything?
Yeah, I mean, I stream here on Twitch. You can find me at FaunAndGames in most places online. It's FaunAndGames on Twitch and most other places, except for Twitter, because they're meanies and they wouldn't let me have the and, so it's FaunAndGames. You know, it's so rough getting the brand across all things. But anyways, yeah, we do all sorts of queer, chaotic, cute, comfy, cozy games. Doing a playthrough of Pokemon right now, lots of Animal Crossing. Just picked up a game called Witchwood that we're playing, in which you play a pretty heckin' cute bog hag, and I have suspicions that she's gay as hell, and I'm like, that's my headcanon. She has little chicken feet and I love her. And she wears a cauldron on her head. So having a lot of fun with that. So if you want to hang out for cute stuff, I do that. And then my Twitter is just full of nonsense. Yeah, thank you so much for this good fun game.
Yay. Anjl, did you want to promote anything?
Yeah. Like Xena said, we've got like Roll for Seduction and Phase Gone Wild things happening. Also every weekend, pretty much in New Orleans, Xena does Talk Nerdy to Me and Opulence Hour, which are like weeklies. So like nerdy times, fancy times, often both. So if you're here, look that up. I produce a show called Leader in Lingerie, which is an opera burlesque drag and variety show.
Anjl is also a trained opera singer.
Yeah. And I'm also in makeup, improv, and drag. And We Hear We Have Goblins. Both of those are like drag improv shows that are fun. I'm Anjl Latiac on all platforms, which is ANJLELATIHAC.
Oh yeah, I'm Xena Zeitgeist on all platforms. XENAZEITGEIST.
Amazing. And just for those of you who are watching from home, both of those shows are based in New Orleans. So if you're ever going down to New Orleans and you want to see some amazing, cool stuff, hit them up, find their stuff on Instagram and do it there. Jordan, did you have anything that you wanted to promote?
I don't do a lot of internet stuff these days, but I'm at Made Up Cartoons on Twitter if you ever want to chat games, or I'll probably run games for you if you just ask really nicely. Anya knows that that's the case. If I do a bit of streaming for work, some Dungeons and Dragons stuff. My work is a D&D company called Hit Point Press. So if you go check out Hit Point Press on Twitch, every month we do the Big Bad stream. Big Bads are like a zine that my work puts out that is every month through our Patreon, which is basically like a boss monster for D&D. And once a month we tell a story of one of the Big Bads, the Big Bad Bureau going out and fight big bad boss monsters. Next week's is a holiday episode starring Golly Thank, a gnome gone bad, and it's going to be really good. It's actually got some staff playing in the game, so this will be fun. Check that out, and check out Jess's channel. I'm Fawn's channel. I'm usually in the chat somewhere, and probably in the new year might even be running some games there.
Yay! Exciting! Yeah, thanks everybody for watching. We got geez, how many tips did it end up being? I can't do the math for Carry the One. 8, 9, 10, 11, 114. So thank you all for everybody who gave tips during tonight. They will be dispersed amongst us all. Once again, thank you to all of the players again for all of your amazing playing and wanting to go around with this ridiculous concept I had. And super thanks to Jordan for me coming and saying, hey, will you run this thing for me on my Twitch? And him saying, sure. As if I don't run enough games already. I will play this very specific concept that you have given me here. So thank you all, everybody. I will release you out into the nights now. And I will sign off here on Twitch. So if I don't get to say goodnight to you in the Zoom, good night, everybody. Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah. Fun
So fun.
time. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna make you silent so y'all can talk. Okay. Yes. So thanks everybody who stuck around here until the end. Oh, my thing is very off. Let me quick update what my week is here. This is very wrong. A Friday, I'm going to be back here streaming. I stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Friday is going to be the start of Lunar Silver Star Story. Monday, we're going to be back with Queer Jackbox Party. It's going to be a charity stream for Housing Works here based out of New York City. And Wednesday is going to be... What is Wednesday going to be? Oh my gosh, is next Wednesday is the subathon. Wild. I'm going to be playing through the entire game of Cthulhu Saves. I don't have it on this one. Let me see if I can quick switch it. Oh gosh. Streamlabs. It'll be, oh, there we go. Next Wednesday is going to be, I'm going to start early at 6 p.m. and it's going to be Cthulhu Saves Christmas. We're going to play through the entire game in one sitting. So that is going to be that. So thank y'all so much. I'm going to just quick take it to, that does not have a picture of me anymore. All right. We're just gonna, let's go do a raid, everybody. Let's see who we can raid. We have Harry Horror Show, who will be talking horror. We have someone doing Parasite Eve. Oh, but we also have Fetchbug. Anybody in the chat have any specifics of what you want to watch right now? Girl, right? Maybe we're gonna do a raid of Parasite Eve. Queen PIB. Oh, but they don't actually play. They're just a drag queen watching someone play it, I think. It's not as exciting as I wanted it to be. Okay, so let us go to Juchella, who's just chatting, Bindo Geek playing Phasmophobia, Fetchbug doing a chat, Harry Horror Show doing a chat. What are we in the mood for? Do a funny voice. We're redeeming a funny voice now? Oh, geez. Okay. I'm gonna say hi to my Zoom room. And let's do a raid. They're just sitting here. We're gonna go to Fetchbug. Okay. Girl. Enjoy the raid, everybody. We're gonna set it up. We have 9 viewers going over there. We have the raid message if you want to go in there when we do it. We got Keister Chaos. Thank you, Fairy. Thanks for sticking in here for the night. Thanks for going here. Once again, if you want to ever follow me, Monday, Wednesday, Friday streams. This month is a little special because of doing tabletop and charity streams and subathons and stuff like that. But yeah, I'll be here, and hopefully I'll be playing more role-playing games with these beautiful people again in the new year. So let's all head over to Fetchbug, Keister Chaos for the raid message.